Hello everybody, it is I, Ludicolo. Welcome back to another Twitch stream. We are now at day 5 of Safari Week. I've been live for 5 days in a row, chat. A new record is what I would say. Except I'm gonna go for 2 more days after this. Once again, I'm gonna be live all week. Trying my best to make up for the fact that I've not been live at all this month. But we are back. We're doing another day of Trapinch. And I hope everybody's having a good day so far. So, first off, congrats to Greg on the blue show at the first. Welcome on in. Sheep as well, being here first actually, but didn't redeem first. Welcome on in. Hope we're well, Sheep. Hexa, welcome on as well. Hope all everybody's well today. Beetle, same, yeah. Beetle, shout out to my Go Beetle. Thank you. Ludo, guess what? I got like half an hour earlier. What'd you get? Did you get more stuff done in the Greg region? Is that it? Ludo acapella cover win. What for? Gerudo Valley or the shop music? 156 eggs. Are you doing your July hunt? Oh, you got your Axu. Got you. Congrats though. Everybody clap it up for Greg on his Axu. Literally any song. Well, good news, chat though. Because we're doing a new stream and I gotta play some music in the background, or I'm gonna try to listen to OST today. I'm thinking today's a Zelda day, just by the virtue of the fact you guys like the Zelda music just earlier. Sheep. I meant Greg. I don't know if I said Greg, but yeah, also Greg region has given buffs to Drifblim and Stalin. Good, they deserve it. Oh, did you see a Tauros Twitter clip? The Tauros one, the one with Matt? I think I forgot, but you know what? I'll like watch it right now in the middle of Twitter just because I forgot I would, you know what I mean? But let me go find it right now. Matt Absol blogs, that'll help a lot right now. Just at least see like what I missed out, but it was a Tauros clip, right? Let's see, where is it? Can't find it. Oh, there it is. Alright. So he's got like tons of games, of course. I see regular Pokemon. And there's the Tauros. and then it just disconnects. He just said, and then it disconnects. The games are there. His camera frame is like paused. That's so good. I'm not gonna react to it just because, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, but like, if I know a chatter here, like someone here is cool with me reacting to their clips on stream, I'll do it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of weird about that. Also, welcome in, Phillips. Hope we're all good to see ya. Yeah. Yesterday, chat, we hit 2K on Trapinch, so we're now at exactly 2,000. Unfortunately, no shiny Trapinch has been found in the wild. I'm not sure if they exist anymore. Tom Butch is the black cat's name, and Jerry have been looking for this Trapinch for me while I've been gone offline. They have not found anything. As you can see, they're still searching the same spots over and over again. The hunt never ends. The movie 2000, no way! I come to Ludo for the reaction content. You only want React Andy, you know what? Fine, maybe we'll go react to it on stream. Might as well do it, why not? You guys actually want me to react to it? Is there a clip of it on YouTube or no? Because I've only had my Chrome up for YouTube. You know what I mean? Let me go find that. Matt Absol Blog Gaming. That's on YouTube by any means, but might as well check there first. No, there isn't one. I gotta go look it on Twitter now. But I don't want to log in on Twitter on my laptop. React to looter videos? No, I can't do that. I have barely made any videos. He probably won't post it until he posts a Safari video. Yeah, fair. There's should be my Pokemon movie 2000. Don't worry, guys. Lugia today. And Slowking, no pants. Wait, why did I say that? I just think of the clip where he says, like, I forgot to bring my pants, right? He says something like that, right? Slowking pants. What's the line? I need pants. Yeah, I could use pants. That's what he says. And I forget, Slowking can talk in the anime. Can we talk about that? Like, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but I forgot how. But I remember that line at least. Okay, let me just log into Blue Sky instead, just because Blue Sky is like safer for me, if that makes sense, than showing my Twitter stuff. Let me find Matt's clip on Blue Sky. Yeah, it's right about... I see tons of Tauros right now, it's pretty funny. Alright, let me pause it and then we'll react to it right here, chat, why not? You guys deserve a little bit of React Andy right now. You guys are ready? Here we go. Let's go to the React Andy clips. You guys wanted me to react, I'll do it. Imagine getting splooge, whoever got that sucks. I know, right, Greg? He's in Psychic, he's a smart one. Right, for real. Psychic Psychic type Shama, right? Alright, let me find the clip here. Should be like right here. It's a little small because my screen is small. But yeah, here we go. Here's the clip. Here you go, chat. Tell me what we think. 14 seconds of Matt reacting to...
We got the repel.
He's also got the Nidoran reaction. We got the same idea in terms of putting that same image for a reaction clip.
Right now.
Everything cuts off. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. Just the fact that all the games cut off. If the sploosh you code. Oh, check the reply. Oh, I should have. Let me check the reply off here instead. Unless you guys want to see it. Oh my gosh. No, we gotta show this one. I was looking, like, I see some Tauros art. No. Look at this. Shiny Tauros when he sees that. Oh my gosh. I don't watch a lot of Matt streams, but that's so good. And we got a kiss, I guess. What? Oh, he hasn't posted it on Blue Sky yet. Never mind. Yeah, let's just move on. But that's the reaction. That was good. Alright, while I'm doing this though, I'm not showing Chrome. Good. Chat, let's play some music today, an OST. I said Zelda today, right? So you know what, chat? Let's listen to some Ocarina. You guys are down for some Ocarina today? Ocarina of Time? I played this game years ago, back in 2024, so we can put this music on. Let me find it. Where's the whole OST? There it is. This is the 3D version, but I'm pretty sure they're like the same thing. You know what I mean? And there's also an hour long. I was gonna hunt Axu for assault 3 hours, but getting it so quickly ruined my plans. Well, time to do another hunt, Greg. But I know you're doing one every month. You chose Axu for July, so now you have to wait till August for your next hunt. Alright. Let's go. Let's get an OST ready though, chat. Let's listen to... I think this is... It says full original soundtrack on this version, so I think this will be the right one we need, right? This is a 2-hour version of Ocarina. That's the whole songs, right? Battle, game over. Oh, it has all the sound effects. Do you guys want these sound effects? Like, do you guys really want these sound effects on? I don't. This one doesn't have the sound effects, right? This one's also the OST of Ocarina, but there's no sound effects, right? Yeah, there's no sound effects here. This is better. I know you guys love the funny sound effects, but I gotta put my priorities on this one. So, this is a lucky August hunt. The hint is I already forgot who we put the nursery. It's a mystery to everyone. We'll find out soon, guys, who it is. But first, let's listen to some Ocarina chat. Here we go. Let's vibe out to some Zelda today. And if we're lucky, we'll put on Majora's Mask too. Which we'll have plenty of time for that. We're going 3 hours today. So let's just chill out to some Ocarina music today. Here we go. With us, gamers, I hope you're all doing well today once again. We are still at it again for hunting for the green Trapinch. I have to say, by the way, I don't know if I forgot to put Repel on, but yep, I forgot to put Repel on. First encounter of 2K, a freaking Cubone. It's fine. Let's put on a Repel and find that shiny Trapinch. Now, Cubone is green, to be fair, but that's not good enough for me. Now, I was gonna say this, I forgot, but when I first heard the intro of, or the Ocarina of Time intro, well, in general, this is a Zelda sound effect, I'm pretty sure, but that sound you first hear right there, the ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, my first thought was Mario Bros. 3. I need to ask, what is up with that jingle? Nothing against it, I just want to like, what's the origin? Because I first heard that in Mario Bros. 3. You know, when you play the warp whistle to go to the next world or to another world in Mario Bros. 3. But my question is, this like little motif sound plays in the intro to Ocarina of Time. But I'm also pretty positive it's a Zelda sound effect in general. So what came first, if I may ask? I'm pretty sure Zelda, right? If that's the case, but just it hit me in that moment, like, where did this sound effect come from? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm not aware of like the origin of this sound, all that. It's because you summon your Valiant CD opponent, bringing you to World 4. Yeah, true. But like, where does that sound come from though, right? Let me look it up actually. I can do some lore looking right here. Warp whistle sound. Zelda. Let me look it up. What's the news about this one? The warp whistle plays the same tune as the quarter in the Legend of Zelda. Both summon tornadoes to warp you. The warp whistles also look like, just like Zelda's Link Recorder. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking this up because even I want to know what's the context around this. But I guess I shouldn't worry too much. But yeah. Hope we're all doing well today, gamers. I wanted to say, by the way, AI hallucinations, no, I don't listen to that often. I have to look at a game facts post for this one. Once again, chat, I don't use the AI overview. Or I don't like to anyway. Like, it's there, but it's never enough for me, obviously. I don't rely on just that alone. In general, I don't want to rely on the overview of AI of what Google gives me when I research stuff. Oh my gosh, so guys, listen, it's the house sound. It's the music I have in my playlist. No way. A lot of these songs I have in my playlist, so there's like a couple of them. But otherwise, yeah. House theme. Yo, it's the house theme. This is when we moved into our new house. This is the song that played exactly when we moved to a new house. We moved in, we heard this song immediately, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the Ocarina of Time story timeline. Here we go. It's not genuinely a vibe. It is, yeah. Like, I wish it wasn't too short in, like, the OST recordings. 2-minute long recording of this, I'm down. But we also have the magical music that is Kokiri Forest. This song is so good. I'm starting to realize how great it is. The OST of Ocarina of Time is really good. It's not perfect for background music, but a lot of these overworld songs are really good too. And this one is a great example of it. It's just got so much fun and whimsy to it. You wake up in the morning, you get out to take a walk, and just have a good time. Play with some friends. That's what I get from listening to Ocarina of Time, Kokiri Forest. When I go to a house party, I expect the house theme to play. True. Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Ocarina of Time. Just give Bo the Link hat and a Navi little Navi PNG next to him. Boom. Ocarina of Time right there, Bo. I'm here now. Trapinch can finally show up. Hi, Liam. Welcome on in. I love the Ocarina of Time. So yeah, these past 2 streams, I've been trying out playing different OSTs of different games. I started off on Saturday with Mario Sports Mix, because I wanted to play that game, which I actually have finally been playing offline. Yesterday, I played all of basketball and volleyball normal difficulty cups. And I realized that, yeah, this game is really fun. I don't know why people dunk on this game. Until I remember that I haven't played hard mode yet, where I think I'm the one who's going to get dunked on soon. But yeah, I started off with the OST of Mario Sports Mix back on Saturday. And then Sunday and yesterday, I started playing other games for OSTs. Ranger and Banjo-Kazooie. And then I played yesterday all Monkey Music, so aka Monkey Ball and Diddy Kong Racing. I'm trying out some OSTs to listen to today, and just for these next few streams for Safari Week, just for a little bit change of pace. Because I think it's nice to just get different music playing for the day. You know what I mean? It adds like a new layer of my streams that I'm comfortable doing. So today I'll put on Ocarina of Time, and it's only like an hour long or an hour and a half long, so I'll put on Majora's Mask near the end as well. We can do that. For like the first half stream, I'll do Ocarina. The second half, we'll play Majora's Mask. One of the first things I said when the remaster was shown, I was like, I cannot wait to hear the music. Yeah, I'm ready, because like the 3DS version is just like a port, but also it is a remake, because it doesn't change too much, but it still adds stuff, you know what I mean? It's an HD version for a reason. But this is like going to be a full-on remake. That's what I'm getting out of this, right? Like, straight up a remake. They're going to add new stuff, right? Not just like tiny little details that they're going to add in the 3DS version. Actual like new stuff, right? Or is it still going to be just like a straight up remake or like a port, which I don't think it is. It feels like a full-on remake, especially with the way they hyped it up. But we'll see. Monkey Ball is a good one. Yeah, the OST was pretty good. We listened to yesterday. Same with Diddy Kong Racing. Unironically got some good songs there. I gotta add the boss battle music especially. The 3DS music is the same as the 4 sound font. This time we'll get that. This time we'll get actual orchestration, or at least VST instruments. Yeah, that's true. I know the 3DS version, the one I'm playing right now, by the way, is a little different compared to 64. Like, I remember learning about this with Forest Temple in particular, because I love the Forest Temple music. It's so scary and ominous, but like in a really good way. Also, hi, Jakey, welcome in Upper Well. And I will say, the Zelda music isn't perfect. Like, it's great. It's just like, for my streams, it's not my type of vibe usually. But for safari hunting, this makes for some really good background music. You know, like, it really is perfect for background music. And you're probably wondering, how is that any different from any other game OST? To that I say, there's a reason why you barely hear the music in Zelda in the background when you're trying to focus on puzzles. Like, whenever I play Zelda, I almost never pay attention to the music. I barely did, you know what I mean? And oftentimes very quiet as well, with some random vocals and sounds playing. It's kind of distracting. Subtle, to use the right word. But it is very nice, you know what I mean? It really feels like an adventure when you hear music. Yeah. Yeah, overall janky. I love the dungeon music in Wind Waker. Ooh. I already played Wind Waker months ago, and I forgot a lot of the songs there, unfortunately, but there were some good ones. I should add some, if anything. I don't know why I haven't, but don't worry. I can add... I think the the Wind Temple had the best song, if I remember, But my favorite dungeon was definitely the Earth Temple, by a long shot. I love it. It's just very easy for the music to be phased out since you're hearing it so much. Yeah, that's just a good point. Like, it's very nice. Not my type for streams, but it's not a bad thing, per se. It's kind of like the Hollow Knight OST as well, where it's a lot of background noise. It's very subtle, but doesn't make for good, like, stream music for me. But if I'm shiny hunting, then it doesn't matter, because they're all going to be the same songs. Like right now, this song, Boss Music, right now playing, we'll have this on before Trapinch hunting. It's perfect. I'm looking for Trapinch. Please, where are you? But yeah, it's very nice. And I'm trying a bit to like change it up a bit as well. Like adding some other games I don't listen to often to my playlist. Or, yeah, playlist, but also in general, just like adding more songs to listen to on streams for Safari Week. And keep in mind, I'll be live still for a while. Same with Woodfall Temple. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot Woodfall Temple already. That was... Man, I already forgot. What was Woodfall Temple again? Bongo Bongo doing the tech deck tricks on him. Yeah, Bro's playing DK Jungle Beat, and I'm out here playing Zelda. Yet we're still in the same game. But yeah, so Hollow Knight's OST is very good. It's just like very it's like very in the background as well. Like too much in the background as well most of the time. But I love stuff like Green Paths. The 24-hour Ludo stream. Yeah, 24 hours, guys. Got it. Bongo Bongo do the tech drive. Woodfall is the one that has high-pitched African hooting. Oh, duh. The first temple in Majora. The one that goes... The one that does the... I want to be careful. I don't want to, like, sound insulting, if that makes sense. But, yeah. I know. Right. I forgot. I heard wood and thought... What? I forgot. I haven't played Majora in a while since the 3DS version in 2024. Thank you for the good luck, Gerbs. Welcome on in. Hope we're well. Yeah, that one. But don't worry, we'll listen to that one soon as well. And now we're in the wildlife chat in the Hyrule Fields. This is when I first learned about those scary, what do they call them again? Like the flying propeller pineapples, like they call them. They're like flowers that have propellers. Dude, when I was playing Ocarina for the first time, dude, I got scared by those, unironically. Same with, of course, the likes. The P-hats, those guys, yeah. Almost at odds in Fire Looking Safari. What are you hunting for, Dribs, again? I know you're also Safari hunting, but hope it's been well for you as well. And all the gamers are also Safari hunting as well. Hope it's been well for you guys. I made a question a day in Steph's chat just before going live, because I was like, I want to do this, but also got to eat quickly and then go live, but I want to make it quick. So I said, what's like the first shiny you guys ever caught or found? For me, it's complicated because Nidorino was both my first found and caught. 2018, found Nidorino, ran away from me, haunted me for years, and I said, I'm going to run it back in the future. Don't know when, but I need time. And then 2024 hits, right before my birthday. I hunt Nidorino again after like 4K encounters in, over half odds. I find the shiny Nidorino, and I catch it. And that makes my first ever caught shiny in the Safari Zone. Which means I only have 2 caught, but who cares? It's not about how many I have. It's about finally doing the journey, you know what I mean? Because I'm finally doing Safari hunting, which I thought I would never do on stream. But here we are now. So it's been 2 years already. Yeah, it's been 2 years that I've already got the Nidorino. To me, it matters because it's story. You know what I mean? I could tell a story from this. In fact, a couple of these shinies, I feel like I could tell a story. Suicune is another one I could tell a story for, but just, I don't know how I make it entertaining. It's something I struggle because I never know like how to put into words how much it matters to me. But TLDR, Suicune, there's no significant lore with shiny Suicune specifically, but back in 2021, I did a Nuzlocke for White Randomizer, and near the end of the run, on round 9, I caught a Suicune. My bestie Cybernet Cat Girl, aka Amelia, told me to name it Gay Rights, and then I said, well, if I said no, that'd be pretty homophobic. So I said, yeah. And then I also doubled down by saying that I will catch it, and I will keep this thing alive. By the end of the run against Getsus, I was down 2 Pokemon left. I got lucky, I won. But the only surviving members of the run were Luigi the Lugia and, of course, Gay Rights and Suicune. Those are my only survivors left against Gets's. And from that day onwards, I said, let Suicune be identified as Gay Rights. So all my Joseph viewers, if you wonder why we usually call Suicune Gay Rights, it's a running joke between me and Amelia that we both happen to bring up to John. And yeah, that's the lore of how Gay Rights and Suicune originated. But then earlier this year, for my birthday, because normally I don't do pride hunts, not thinking there's anything wrong with that, just obviously. It's just that I don't have time to do pride hunts because Safari Zone or Safari Week tends to overlap with my shiny hunting streams I want to do. Plus, for some reason, I made June my Paper Mario month, aka I stream Paper Mario every June as of right now. 2023, I did a mod for Paper Mario 64, but good enough. 2024, the remake of Thousand Door came out literally right before June. It was like late May, but close enough for me to do it on June. Last year, I did Super Paper Mario, and earlier last month, I did Sticker Star, unfortunately. So that means by logic, next year we're doing Color Splash, which I already have the game. I'm playing offline to learn the game a bit more, and then I'll stream it next year in June. As for how I'm gonna record the gamepad, I will find a way. Whether it means getting a webcam for my Wii U gamepad and getting away from my screen, I'll do it. I'm currently playing football. Can't watch the stream today, but hope you get the shiny. Oh, good, Dennis. Hope you have fun watching football. And hope you're well, by the way. I vibe with the song. Yeah, are we talking about the owl? Yeah. Sorry, I'm already forgetting my names. Also, yeah, I miss my bestie Amelia too. But hey, we've been talking lately. Amelia has been busy with exams, but it's been done. And now we just yapped each other again. This song is so good. It reminds me of Llama because this is like, I don't know if Llama has this raid alert sound anymore. I don't think she does. She has like a different thing instead, but this was her raid sound alert. Shout out to Llama. Oh, she's doing well. And once again, I hope everybody's doing well too. I say this a lot, but I really do mean it. I'm just hunting out here today, just doing whatever. We'll go for Trapinch. Shout out to Llama Rizzy. True. You know what? Might as well. Chat. I have lots of friends in life, but Llama Rizzy is a gem. Go follow her if you haven't already. She's also a shiny hunter, but also a Nuzlocke too. She's done both. Great friend of mine. We talk so much. Another full series homie of mine, and just a great person. Go follow Llama if you have not already, chat. If she shows up as well, everybody just say something nice to Llama. Just something nice. You can say hi, just something nice. That's all I ask. Because we need some positivity around here. And I should know that because I need to be honest, chat. Yesterday, I feel like yesterday, I don't know what you're going to say. You don't have to apologize, but I really should because I really don't like venting on stream. I don't like being sad on stream. On one hand, it builds character. It makes me feel like I'm being emotional to show that I, am still just a streamer at the end of the day, but also a person, a human. But sometimes I wonder if all I'm talking about is just small details, but it's more of just the principle at the end of the day. All you guys gotta know is that American healthcare system sucks, and now I'm unsure if insurance will be covered by anything, because yesterday after stream, I got the guts to actually call my therapist and the people around me to talk about what I can do about my insurance, and they said that it works. But I'm still not sure, because what if they're only doing it so they can make me give them their money to pay instead of being real that my insurance works? Or if it's only because follow-ups are still covered by the insurance because it was months ago, before July. And I'm just not sure about that in general. But unfortunately now I realize I need to wait it out until my appointments come in and I have to pay up. Oh well. But that'll just make me learn that I have to wait. And hopefully I get answers about what's going on. And my mother and I talked about it yesterday. We're a little better now, but just we need to wait for answers in the future. So hopefully by August, I figure out what's going on with my insurance, because I tried talking to them. They won't tell me anything as usual. And I still got to make a referral soon for my appointment for skincare. But at least I'll take care of that soon enough. I was a Mon designated to turn the Gregnetian. I'm so glad, because we need a llama Pokemon. Like, do we not have one that isn't Arceus? I know people say Arceus Llama God. I'm like, fair. But like, how to describe it? Another one wouldn't hurt them, would it? Instead of like the 400th bird. Just saying. There's some rocks. Yeah, shout out to Epona. Shout out to Epona, chat. It's Arceus, not Arceus. Yeah, shout out to my other favorite legendary chat, Groudon and Kyogre. And oh no, also shout out to another Pokemon, Bedlam. Gosh. I wish I could react to the Horde Poke Rap right now. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad, but I love it ironically. Like, it's so bad it's kind of fun. Rayquaza. I mean, people say that. Quasard. That's why people say Quaza. I say Rayquaza, just, I think it's like a natural way for me to say it. But yeah. Yavata. Xerneas. Wait, what did people say like that unironically? Xerneas, because deer. You know what I mean? But no, it was Xerneas for a reason. Man, so do you ever just think about going to the farm, out back, with a horse, whenever you hear this song? I saw Rayquaza because I think it sounds cool. Yeah, that too. The end of the day, Pokemon can be pronounced however you want. If you want to say Arcanine, go for it. If you want to say Decadui, go for it. If you want to say Ferrothorn or Ferrothorn, go for it. Even as a kid, I used to say Ferrothorn. Unfortunately, the anime says Ferrothorn. And it's one of those Pokemon that I've unfortunately now embedded into my head to say Ferrothorn. And I wish I didn't. And I wish I kept this the same as a kid when I said Ferrothorn. But unfortunately, I've now said it's Ferrothorn. And it's just like one of those things that I can't stop saying it like that. Even though I know it feels wrong. But that's what they say. The enemy lies. True. True. Let's not forget the day Pikachu Thunderbolted an Onix on the 5th episode. But you could say, oh, the sprinklers made it wet, so it's weak to electric now. It's like soaked before it was invented. It's kind of hard to, you know, make that a saying when it's a Gen 5 move, not a Gen 1 move, but at the same time, it's more of a Gen 1 product, or like the first season product where they didn't care a squat about type immunities, matchups, whatever. A Omastar can get hit by electric move and take no damage because they thought, oh, rock types. Even as a kid, I fell for that. I used to think that rock types were immune to electric. No, it's ground types. But as time moved on, even they forgot about type immunities. And to me, I have like a harsh side where I'm like, the anime should know type immunities are a thing for a reason. But on the other hand, people are arguing that like, oh, Clefairy being immune to Draco Meteor is a stupid idea. But I'm like, well, that's how type immunities work. If they introduce type immunities to their world and don't follow half the time, then how do I describe it? Like, where do we draw a line between making sense and not making sense for the anime's sake? At times like that, I'm like, just forget about it. It's the anime. They're the ones doing the art. We're the ones just watching and talking like we know stuff. It's one of the things I'm realizing. And this song is making me feel better because it makes me feel like I should reflect on life and talk about what I'm saying. But yeah. Drassa Mega Evolving Altair to counter Dragon Rush. Yeah, like you know you messed up when Clement got out of his seat. Like, what are you doing? Sorry, I got out of my seat myself. Trying to coach while Ash is the one battling the Elite Four member Drassa. Code what? Oh, what's specifically right now? Oh, Greg is coding, right, for the game. But yeah, Clement got out of his seat to say, Ash, what are you doing? And then Ash like, oh, I forgot that Altaria is very immune to Dragon Rush. And yet Ash still wins, despite that. I said it before, but Asher's Drasna is like one of the few things I know about Journeys, and it's gotta be probably one of the worst battles I've ever seen. And I've seen Asher's Cameron how many times? I've seen Ash losing the trip how many times? I've seen everything from earlier seasons when it comes to some battles, but nothing, as far as I know, compares to this. Asher's trip in the first battle obviously is also not very good. You could argue, yeah, Pikachu got hard nerfed. Yes, that's fair. But on the other hand, it's like an inexperienced Snivy is what won the match. And more honestly, I think it speaks more to volume as like what the tone of Black and White was gonna be the moment we saw Ash lose the trip in the very first episode. And in the league battle, oh gosh, that Asher's trip battle in the league also sucked. Like, it just was not resolved very well. It's just a simple, use Electro Ball and Iron Tail together, and then it beats Superior in one hand while Pikachu's struggling out here. It's hard plot armor. And then it ends with Trip saying, you beat me, but I'll beat you next time. And then he leaves. I'm like, wow, what a great way to end off our first main rival of the entire series. At that point, Stefan should have been the main rival, because the guy was actually pretty fun of a character. I remember his episodes a lot as a kid, mainly watching the episode where Throw and Sock battled, and then him getting the win in that that one filler episode with what's it called, with Dragon Spiral Tower, where like they go up a tower with Litwicks, and then Stefan's Litwick beats Ash or something like that. I forgot, but it's stupid, but like I kind of love it. That's the same episode that what's it called? The same episode Silent tries to cosplay as Elisa. Just not point that out. Surfetch to get to use her dragons. Yeah. I think more the problem is that Surfetch is weak to both Noivern and Mega Alteria's moves. That's the other problem. Dragonite Dracovish takes down dragons. Then why not just give it a move that defeats dragons? That's something Game Freak should have thought of, but clearly the anime wanted that to be a thing, but Game Freak didn't. Right, does Surfetch even learn any fairy moves? Oh yeah, this song. I mean, it's only like the most popular song in all of Zelda. Lost Woods is literally the most iconic song in the game. This is like the game's Coconut Mall, you know what I mean? It's iconic. But in general, Ash beating Drasna, even with mistakes like that, is just like things that do not put well with me sometimes. Oh guys, serious boss fight's a mini boss, but guys, lock in time. Actually, no, we're already almost at 2,100. These encounters are going by fast. Like, we are getting these really fast. Ash just made me like a very little bit. Like a very little bit. Oh, Surfetched? Yeah. Like, I almost stayed being in Surfetch hater. Ash just made me like a very little bit. Yeah. Surfetch, I really like that it got revealed when it came out years ago. I think it's fine, but also I really shouldn't say that when I haven't used it at all in my life. Shan my Farfetch long ago and Leaf Green, I think, and then I just never got a chance to use Surfetched. But also, my problem for me with fighting types is that they're all really good at doing the same thing. What does Surfetch have for a niche? Or what does it have for a niche to stand out from other fighting types? For me, anyway. It has Scrappy, so it can't get intimidated. Like, what else, though? I think the info message is disgusting. Yeah, Gen 8 really overdid it with some of the evolutions. Get Yamask to under this HP and go to a rock. All the way located in Arkansas, probably, while you're in the middle of Colorado. That's how I see it. Triple Axel Surfetch makes a little sense. I guess it's one way to defeat dragons. But still, that's just something I would have done if I was like writing the anime and trying to tell a knight defeating a dragon lore. Give it moves to defeat dragons, like ice and fairy moves. Very especially because, like, you know, that's something in a fairy tale you would find. That's just my opinion. Like, even Play Rough, it learns that, right? Surely a Pokemon that's known for the sword can draw fists, right? Surely. I'll look it up because I'm now really curious to know. It doesn't learn, of course not. Oh, let's see what moves it learns though. Let's see what it learns. It learns, let's see, what does it learn? It gets U-turn, you know, to give an impression that it's a coward. Curse, because they can definitely say some very naughty words. Razor Wind, that is still a move in this game? Oh wait, ZA, never mind. ZA is a little different, but it's still Razor Wind. Unless we're playing PMD, I better not see Razor Wind in any of my movesets, ever. Okay, but Milcery have a hold of sweet and then do a pirouette, but clockwise and clockwise spinning matters in time of spin and time delay, whether Mercury is in retrograde. Yep. I'm just saying, if some Pokemon like from older gens were introduced today, they would have different evolution methods. We all agree on that. But like, let me put it this way. They're so bonkers with these evolution methods that if a Pokemon like Machoke released today, I can guarantee you it would evolve because the lore of Machamp is it throws 1,000 punches every 2 seconds. How much would I bet they would make you get Machamp by making you use 1,000 punching moves with Machoke? If Machoke came out today, that's something they would do. Make you use 1,000 punching moves with Machoke, who, by the way, barely learns any punching moves by level up. It gets what? Bullet Punch, Dynamic Punch, by level up, by the way. And they expect you to evolve it like that. Just like my theory on how bonkers they've gone with like evolution methods. What's the good one that like, if a Pokemon released today, how would they evolve? That'd be a good question idea. Good question, I think about it. But I don't know who would have like a clever way to like, you know, answer that. You know what I mean, chat? Like, if a Pokemon evolved today, or this Pokemon came out today, how would they evolve today? Because knowing Game Freak and their bonkers evolution methods, they would want you to do this. You know what I mean? Breaking Swipe, though, would make sense. So yeah, at least Breaking Swipe. It gets that, right? Or is it Brutal Swing I'm thinking of? Where, like, Ash's Surfetch has, like, a move that broke Stealth Rocks. What was it again? Was it Brutal Swing? I think it was that. Or was it Breaking Swipe, and I just forgot. You have to give less than $3 to Sheepop to Pokemon up to evolve in its really strong form. Yo, pay to win in my Pokemon? Finally. Been waiting for this moment. So yeah, sorry for all my yapping I'm doing, but I promise you, chat, when I'm doing this, it's out of passion. Like, I'm not trying to insult. I'll call it out, but it's more of like a, I'm not mad, just disappointed, but also I love talking about it regardless. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking on Astro Drasna and other fights I've talked about in the past, but it's because I care about the anime. I grew up with it for a reason. TS can't be legal. This can't be legal. That's more than $3, not unless you goofball. Membership lets you evolve your Pokemon without trading in Pokemon wins and ways. Yeah. I'm just saying they could fix that with linking cords. But then how do we market our games for other people to get two versions? Aren't version exclusives enough of a reason to trade? That's just my opinion. I think evolutions in general, like trade evolutions in general, are just no longer a good idea. You could argue, oh, well, all that's easy to access. Just get $20 a year. Boom. GG's. But in general, it's like, exclusive should be as enough as it is. Why do I need to trade every time just to get Alakazam or Gengar, Golem, Machamp, Steelix, Scizor, or find that items too for those ones as well. Most of those items are also post-game in like older games too. Black and White, you tell me where you get the Metal Coat or the Razor Claw, or Razor Fang and such. Post-game. Most of the time. Or if not, they're really late. Well, the Razor items are not trades, but like Electrorizer, Magmarizer. Those are very late items you get in Black 2, White 2. And they're Pokemon that are version exclusives, Magby and Elekid. Yet they still have the need to make you trade to evolve it. It doesn't help the games, in my opinion, and it makes evolving in the anime even more awkward. Like, they do showcase trade evolution in the anime most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. For example, I think Jessie's Pumpkaboo Shrep evolved into Gourgeist with a trade. She traded Pumpkaboo, she misses it, and it evolved into Gourgeist, and she's so happy about it. I'm like, W Jessie. It was the episode where, like, they did Halloween stuff. Or they dressed up. I think Serena was a Florges. Bonnie was a Ludicolo, which is, like, Omega based. Ash was what? A Snorlax? And then... Clement was a Watchdog, I think? Or am I crazy? But I know for a fact Bonnie was Ludicolo, which is very based. Like, my brother and I, in a black and white playthrough recently, I caught a Roggenrola, he caught a Timber, and we raised them a Boulder and Girder, then we traded them. Now that is awesome. I like that. I threw bait. Now that one I did on accident. Like, I didn't try to do that, but, you know, let's feel the wildlife. The wildlife needs to be fed, chat. It's like our house pets too, which, yeah, if I was curious. We have a house dog here too. His name is Bucky. I don't show him a lot, but he's very adorable. Yesterday though, he was very needy, but I gave him a treat. He got water. He's so adorable. Trails in Greg region, ask how they work. How do they work then, huh? Man, the anime does show trade evolution sometimes. A lot of times they just cut away and don't show the evolution. Like, Ash straight up had to catch a wild Gengar, right? Because, like, he had a Haunter, but, you know, he gave it to Sabrina, I guess. But he straight up caught a Gengar in Journeys. Not Ghastly into evolving it, just a full-on Gengar. Because he's too advanced to want to just catch a Pokemon evolve it, I guess. Which is fine, not a big deal. It's just, I do wish, you know, evolve, but that's just how I am. I love seeing things evolve. Is this a autistic me thing where, like, I like to catch Pokemon as small as they are, and then when they evolve, it means something. Catching them evolved or, like, already as it is just feels less complete. But at the same time, when I'm Nuzlocking, I'll take it. But in a casual playthrough, I would rather have the unevolved form and then leveled up naturally so that I can have, like, an actual Pokemon that I raised up and all my efforts going into it pay off. I think Sabrina came back and gave him this altar. See, that's a good way to do it. But Journeys refuses to really take advantage of characters coming back. They bring certain characters back for whatever reason to give us either the best or worst returns. I haven't seen all of them. I did see the episode where Ash battled Paul in Journeys, and that's a really, really good showcase of Paul coming back. He's just still the same person as he is, and then, but, or at least was, like, at the end of Sinnoh. But also, I did this one. I pressed right, and it just didn't work. Get out of here! Get out of here! Take your bait and run. Look, I'm trying to say, the Astro Paul episode of Journeys is really good. Very good way to bring back Paul for a bit. I love the part where they talk casually, like, why are you going to Masters 8? Paul just says, I'm not interested in noisy crowds. And then they battle. I'm like, wow, Paul really does have a stacked team. Ludicolo is in the region. What do I do in that game? What do I do? There's an item you can get that you put in a Pokeball to trade a Pokemon with yourself. The trade back guy? Because my first thought is the trade back guy in Crystal Clear that I played last year. And that guy was the greatest addition I've ever seen in a ROM hack. Just an NPC that helps you quote unquote trade to evolve your Pokemon. W, quality of life. Ah, Sheik Steam. Every time I hear this song, no matter how many times I say this, Sheik Steam and Ocarina of Time, it really sounds like you are home. You're with someone you once knew growing up, and you're safe and comfortable. Especially when you remember that in Ocarina of Time, when you become an adult, everything around you is horrifying. Everything has changed. Things have gotten worse since you were under a coma for like 7 years or 6, I forgot. I'm saying it like that for a specific reason, but yeah. Ganon is one. And the only thing you have now, the only person you have left to cover your shoulders is Sheik, who is still reminding you to do your quest to stop Ganon. Oh, oinking music! Oinking! This is me when I'm racing in Mario Kart Moo Moo Meadows. Oinking! I like Ludicolo. Have his Mega Stone. Just casually, yeah, you know what? You talk to me. You take my stone. It's like that scene in Regular Show. I want to show it. I really do. But it's like, and there's like the episode where Benson gets bad luck for the whole way through. And then he plays cards to try to prove that his bad luck is not actually bad. He keeps losing to the point where he bets the park to a guy in a fanny pack who is a warlock and takes the whole park to himself. And then a guy just shows up, like Mordecai Rigby, like, how are we gonna stop this guy? A guy just shows up with his car. He's like, what are you guys doing here? You guys get out of here. Here, take my keys. He gets out of the car, runs, and gets sucked into the fanny pack. This is stuff in Regular Show that just makes you laugh. Just random guy showing up, hoping to advance the plot, dies. It's so stupid, but it's funny. I want to show you guys that clip now so badly, but I don't know if I can find it anywhere on YouTube because no one understands me when it comes to things I look up on YouTube. If I want to find a certain quote or clip from Regular Show, it better be in a compilation or I'm screwed. Man, now we're in the adult music, thankfully. This is a grown-up version of Kakariko Village. Which is, yeah, the Kakariko Village music songs are really good. I love it because they feel like you're reflecting on life, just thinking about, you know, how far you've come and how much you want to do in life. You ever think about that, chat? This song really hits home. That's what Zelda music is really good at, just like fitting in with the vibe you're currently at. If you're a very scary place, there's gonna be ominous music or no music at all. That one episode where they have to tear out Horseshoe's history. Oh, right. Teach. Yeah, I remember that clip. Where Mordecai's like, look, Benson, I know we normally don't have good excuses to why we don't do our stuff at work, but we definitely do have one right now. That horse right there fell out of the sky and has to pass the US history exam or the whole world is going to explode. I'm like, you know what? That sounds pretty average from a Regular Show episode. Guys, you'll never believe it. I have an excuse to why I'm streaming for real this time. One of my chatters, Greg, has to now pass a coding exam or the whole chat, or I'm gonna get banned on stream. Or Twitch is gonna get banned permanently. There you go, that's the excuse right now. You better have eaten food. Dusty, remember the pizza talk I had? I did eat some leftover pizza at home, so I ate. Yeah, if I was curious, by the way, I did have just leftover pizza because I was like, I'm starving. I'm tired of thinking about food. I need to eat. So I said, you know what? Early morning leftover pizza. Not a smart idea. I'm not a smart man. And that's good. Because making mistakes builds character. But hi, Dusty. Hi, buddy. I feel corny for saying it, but when I text it, I feel really silly by... Are you comfortable with whenever I call you Dust Buddy? I don't know why I always do that. But it's like what I've gotten used to. It feels weird, but I just hope you're doing well today, Dusty. Always. I really appreciate our talk we had because I appreciate looking out for me. So storms! Me when Kyogre shows up. It's storming all of a sudden. Why is it happening, Kyogre next to me? Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? You are sweet. That's totally okay, Dusty. Aw, Dusty. But I hope you're well today, Dusty. Dusty, did I tell you why I showed you that image of the Mario Sports Mix? For those curious once again, I was playing Mario Sports Mix yesterday. Oh my gosh, what the? Dusty, take my street key. You got Kaboom. Take it. Top 3 Ocarina of Time songs for sure. Of all time. Of all time. I see what you did there. W, Dusty. But yeah, I talked to you about Mario Sports Mix for a bit because I've been talking to a lot of people about it, but it's a Square Enix game, remind you, chat. And this is my introduction to the Final Fantasy characters. Yes, that means I got introduced to Ninja, Black Mage, and White Mage. We have a minute before ad start, by the way. We'll take a break soon. But that's how I got introduced to Final Fantasy characters. And it was just those three first and foremost. It was freaking Ninja, which is like the design from the NES Final Fantasy, right? Or NES, I forget, but like the very first Final Fantasy. and then black and white mage. Which, chat, I'm gonna show it again because you guys deserve to know, but chat, look at this baddie. Look at her, chat. Look at her right there. I know you can't see too well. I have to increase the size probably. In fact, we'll probably put her in the middle, but also cover her so you guys can see her whenever you guys want. But look at this baddie, chat. There's a reason why people call her Beta Rosalie and they're like, who is she? I'm like, oh, it's White Mage from Mario Hoops 3-on-3, aka Final Fantasy character they brought over to Mario. And people say, no, that's Rosalina, but with pink hair. I'm like, well, you're not wrong. I'd be like 4 hours. Yeah, okay. Let me get this account and take a break, chat. Alright, gamers, I'm gonna take a break right now. I'll see you guys in a bit, and hope you guys are back with some... hope you guys are taking care of yourselves while the break is playing. I gotta do my break right now. Alright, I had to finish chat, and I'm back. Hopefully everybody had a good break in between, and we are ready to roll again. So, what were we talking about earlier? We were talking about Square Enix stuff, and how she is a baddie. I honestly couldn't believe it until I realized that, you know what? They kind of cooked with this design. But also, even as a kid, I realized, like, besides her, there's also the other guy, Black Mage, and can I just say, Black Mage has got to be one of the coolest character designs I've ever seen. By the way, this is not shiny, just so you guys are like, Ludo, you're blocking the shiny! What are you doing? It would be pretty funny to do this as well, and then you guys are like, wait, is that shiny? No. Yeah, this is why I don't put her there half the time. I guess I could just put her, like, on the top screen here, maybe. But I have to put it here, though, so I don't block the alert if I did that. We just came back from an ad break who starts like that. What? Sorry, it's what I do every 3 hours, Greg. What? It's what I have to do every 3 hours, so you guys don't get pre-rolls coming late into stream. Can't see your 8 menu options. No. Sorry, I'm just confused because I've been doing this for how many months now? I feel bad because I don't like to give you guys ads, but I also don't want you guys like dealing with pre-rolls coming in. And I'm very positive you all agree that pre-rolls are worse. If you all get collectively ads at the same time, at least, you know, I know that I can plan that out and you guys don't have to worry about that in advance as long as, you know, you guys don't have to like, how to describe it? I do 3 minutes per hour because at 3 minutes, we just go back in and we just spend the rest of the hour doing whatever. But while anyone else comes in, they come with the pre-rolls and they miss out something very important. That's why I tend to do ad breaks every hour. It's just like, I really wonder, do you guys actually like this or no? If you guys don't, just let me know. I can change it back. I tried it back in September because I thought, I feel like pre-rolls are getting, like, can be very annoying to a lot of people. And I know that because a lot of people in general say they hate pre-rolls. Trust me, including myself included. I just feel bad. It's like, what am I supposed to do? The other idea is take what Holy said and do maybe a minute and a half every 30 minutes. Do you guys prefer that instead? Or instead of 3 minutes every hour, it's a minute and a half every 30 minutes. But I feel like there'd be more interruptions if that were the case, but I don't know. I just want a simple compromise, really, but I don't know what you guys want to agree to on that front. It's why I ask you guys, like, are you cool with this or no? Then we come back from ads, or are you talking about character being a bad? Oh! Okay. Sorry, I get it now. You should put, if you put a comma after break, I guess that would have made sense, but yeah. But look at this chat. But come on. Look at her. This is White Mage. She has no name. Her name is just straight up White Mage. But I want to show off Black Mage as well, because he's also got a really cool design that, even as a kid, I learned that his design is probably one of the coolest in Final Fantasy I've ever seen. I mean, I don't play Final Fantasy, but... And there's probably cooler designs out there, but... Let me show you guys Black Mage as well. Why not? This is also for Mario Hoops, but in general, his design is more consistent in the Final Fantasy games. But look at his design. I'll show you guys from Mario Hoops, but he also got the other image design from Mario Sports Mix. Same with, of course, White Mage. But let me download for you guys while I'm here. Let me find it. Black Mage. Here we go. And I'll post it right here, just because image, mage, or call it mage, doesn't matter. And then here is his design. Look at this chat. Peak. This is like the coat, the hat, the shadow face on him, looking very ominous. And like the tricks he does in game are also really cool. He uses his staff as a way to block any of the ball projectiles, like in dodgeball coming at him. Or he uses like a fireball to get a volleyball to prevent it from touching the ground, or a dodgeball touching the ground. But look at his design. This is so cool. I love this design so much. It's so good. And keep in mind, I grew up with Sports Mix, where, once again, a couple characters from Final Fantasy. Not all of them, but a couple of them. And this is how I vaguely learned about these names, these characters and such. And they look really cool even in Mario. And if this is what they look like in Mario, I wondered as a kid, what do these look like in their actual games? They still look really cool. Man, this is Black Mage. Like, you can tell what he's like from this image alone. He grabs a fireball with flames with his hands, like psychic powers, telekinetic powers. It's really cool. And you combine these two together, and you see what I'm saying when these designs are peak. Like, look at these two back to back. Look at this perfection. Alright, now I'm just kind of showing off stuff. And then there's also Ninja, which you're like, who the heck is Ninja? To that I say, probably the weirdest character I've ever seen in a Mario game, and the weirdest choice to bring to Mario Sports Mix in general, or a Mario game in general, just someone named Ninja. Ninja Fortnite. That was my first thought, yeah, as well. I'm like, no way they added my man Ninja Fortnite to Mario Hoops 3-on-3. When they ask you Ninja is balling, respond to him with this. I'll add him too, why not? I'll get him in. This is what he looks like, chat. I'll show you guys right now what he looks like. Ninja. I'll call him Ninja Mario Knight. Oh, chat, it's the banger song. Everybody. Do I have Hyperclap? I think I have Hyperclap, right? I don't have Hyperclap, but this is a clappy song. The song that everybody just claps. Because it's Gerudo Valley. It's the best song in the game. Well, I guess it's this or Lost Woods are like the most iconic songs in the game. 91% rat, okay. Greg is very rat today. Very, very rat. Anyone else feeling rat today? Anyone else want to be a slimy little rat? Who wants to be Remy the Rat from Ratatouille? Mutant Teenage Needle Teetles. 7 whoopers. Oh, Greg is not a whooper person today. He is very rat. Okay, 50%, 52% for sheep, for rat. Surely that means you're going to be more whoopers, right? Or a little less to make it an even 100 or so. And then they made a roll to where like they've gotten like 100 total of rat and whooper. Oh, so I was gonna show off Ninja, right? Let me show you guys Ninja while I'm at it. Ninja from Mario Sports Mix. Here you guys go. This is Ninja. Look at him. Yeah, this design is also really cool too. Like, he's just there. Yeah, definitely equals 100. Yeah, but I meant like, has everybody done that where like they get 100 total from rat and whooper? If you had extra 2, good one, Greg. Good Greg math right there. But also look at his design. The leaves indicate that he's like trying to do some fading or like smoke bomb, blowing wind away to get to the spot. And in the games, he does that too. If you want to like do a sneak attack, you can do that. Or like teleports by shifting. It's really cool. You guys gotta see Mario Sports Mix. I have the game. I have my Wii U next to me right now. I can set my capture card if I wanted to play this game. I gotta play this on stream for you guys at some point. If you guys are down, would you guys want to see Mario Sports Mix on stream? The only problem is that it'd be very difficult for me to like set up, I guess, and play on stream for you guys. Well, not really. I can use like D-pad, like my weird modes and controller, not to worry about like pointing and such, but you know what I mean. Leaves indicate it's windy, yeah, sure. But he does that where like he teleports with wind and the leaves blow away because he's doing that. He's just like, he's teleporting, fading away, creating a wind effect. You know what I mean? The process. It's really cool either way. Yeah, those are the 3 characters you fight at the end of Star Cup in Mario Sports Mix. You get to the final round, you see the trophy right there in the next opponent. You see a ship coming out of nowhere, and your opponent ends up being a character, any character, but they they reveal themselves as Ninja. And then they take the trophy to them, and then we have to stop them by going to the ship and playing a sport with them, whether it's hockey, volleyball, basketball, or dodgeball. I think today I'll play some more sports mix. I want to get through all of normal mode, and I gotta just defeat hockey and what else? Hockey and dodgeball. Shouldn't be too hard, thankfully. Sports mix is not too difficult of a game, like in normal difficulty at first, but I'm dreading when I get to hard mode because I feel like I'm gonna get cooked on hard mode. Plus, with hard mode, or at least like with normal mode, when you first play the game, it's really easy. But I swear, the enemies get more, the AI gets more difficult, like as the cups go. They start making actual moves. And I'm like, are we sure we're playing this on normal mode? Because they start making actual moves. Because when I'm playing like the first battle or second or third match in the Mushroom Cup, they're pathetically easy. And then when I get to Star Cup, I'm like, wait, they're actually doing moves all of a sudden. I'm like, are we really in a hard mode or something like that? Or normal mode, I mean? Because I feel like I'm in hard mode. Or maybe it's like a secret code where, like, if they're on this course, they become more difficult. I don't know anymore. 33 whoopers right now, 26 more whoopers. A part of me wishes, like, I could give that to individuals. The command right there, give them individuals. Each, and they are on cooldown. I was gonna give everybody, like, a 24-hour cooldown or something. Or like only one per stream. But alas, you guys don't want that, obviously. Oh, it's the funny song, guys. The song that plays when you find the witch. The twin witches. 95% rat. Okay, not bad. Greg going for the re-rolls because he's not satisfied. Wait, what's the song? This is... yeah, Kotake and Kume's theme, the two witches. Then you need to whoop and rat it. You want me to do it? Alright, let's see what I get. Let's see. Let me get my checks in. Here we go. Come on, Paladin Whooper. 56 whoopers. Okay. And then rat check. Wow. Literally 50s on both of them or so. Okay. I'm like right in the middle of both sides. Monkey check. I don't have a monkey check, but that is a good idea. Considering you guys love Monkey Watch. That'd be a cool idea, actually. Monkey Watch. And you're like, today you high-fived this many monkeys in Monkey Watch. That'd be a cool idea of a command. You high-five this many monkeys. And then if it reaches this number, you get to try again. If you reach this many high fives, you get okay. If you reach this many, you get a superb. You know what I mean? That would be a cool idea right there of a command where you hit this many monkeys and then try again, or just okay, or superb. And if you get the rare all monkeys, perfect, or you got a perfect. If I can code that somehow or some way, what would you guys think? Would you guys use that command? If we 100 Ludo has to stream Monkey Watch. 100 what? Oh, 100 monkeys? No, how many monkeys are in there? I got a high five. However many there are, then I will put that many divided by however many number I need for 80%. And that's what the ratings will do. A round of Monkey Watch. Yeah, just quit everything right now and play Rhythm Heaven Fever. Why not? But yeah, I do miss Rhythm Heaven. I really do, chat. Come on. Like, I'm waiting to get through Safari Week, because after Safari Week, I can finally go back to Rhythm Heaven Groove. And I can guarantee you, lots of my friends have been waiting for me to play Groove. Dusty is waiting for me to play Groove. Faith is waiting for me to play Groove. Kitten is waiting for me to play Groove. Just everything in general. And I really do want to play. Like, if I could prioritize it before Safari Week, I would have done it, but I couldn't have. Just because I had nothing to work with. No desk, no capture card setup, no nothing. But by Monday, I should be good. Friday, Saturday, I'm going to still work, but I will find a way to put in my Switch in my table here somewhere. Desk, I mean. If Safari Week's Monkey Watch Week, yeah. I just can't wait to play Groove, really. I just hope we find a lot of monkeys, too. I might do that bit, though, unironically, where I just put the monkey gif every time a monkey shows up. I just unsee it on my little clip here, or like press the unsee button, or yeah, the C button to like where you can see the clip on my OBS, and then hide it again after the monkey's gone. That's what I'll do probably for Rhythm Heaven Groove. Every time I see a monkey, I will be doing that. I just hope there are monkeys. And if you do know, no spoilers. Alright? I want to keep you guys a reminder. There's still no Rhythm Heaven Groove Talk allowed on my stream, except for the first set of minigames. But anything afterwards, no. And if you do, I will straight up ban you. Period. Even as a joke. Because in general, I don't like it when people spoil for me on purpose. I've made this clear to people in the past when I played all the PMD games. Monkey Watch, but every time there's a monkey, I have to adopt the monkey. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole zoo you got there, Greg. Also, shout we just hit 2,200. No green Trapinch. Oh well. Epona! Epona mention! Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Oh no, we have 11 minutes left. Never mind. We're gonna have just... What is this? This is... 21... These are just, Ocarina Song medley. Okay, just all of them together. Sure. We'll keep it on. And then we'll get the staff roll credits. But we're almost done on this OST. Then we'll put on Majora's Mask, probably. Play Monkey Watch next. No, Greg. Maybe Rhythm Heaven tomorrow. Maybe Rhythm Heaven for, like, OST tomorrow. I don't know which one we'll pick, but we'll pick one. I gotta be careful because I don't want to search Rhythm Heaven on my YouTube because then I'll get spoiled for Groove stuff. To prove my point, like how far I'm going with this, I legit do not want to watch anything Rhythm Heaven on my YouTube, nor have I really logged onto YouTube much at all the past few weeks. I've been kind of YouTube free of anything, which is a good sign, but no. I've been going to my other account where there's like no Rhythm Heaven stuff to be seen, to be safe. Majora's Monkey Watch. I forgot, is there a monkey in the game? There is. There's like a monkey that you have to get to Woodfall Temple for, right? There's like a monkey that you have to follow that'll like help you get to a witch, right? Or one of the witches. Right? I'm not crazy. There was a monkey in that game. There's monkeys everywhere in Forest Temple and Twilight Princess, of course. But that's about it with monkeys as far as I know in Zelda. Yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. You guys still get annoyed by the keyboard mashing? I really feel bad. Like, I always talked about, like, you guys hear the keyboard mashing, but it was always ironically, you know what I mean? Like, I would do it ironically as opposed, but now it's being heard a lot, and I always wonder if it's, like, annoying people. It's always small things I always get worked up on. I don't know how to control that. I really wish I could, like, find a way to control, like, how to stop care about stuff like that. Yo, Kahuna Nate, welcome on in. Hope you're well. Welcome on in. Hopefully I got the name right, but yeah, Kahuna Nate, pretty sure. Sounds about right. My first thought was just the Island Kahunas in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, pretty cool title to have, I'd say. Kahuna, yeah, from Alola, exactly. Yeah. The Island Kahuna Nate would like to battle. Hope we're well today. We are hunting Trapinch. We have no luck so far, but hey, it's fine. The end of the day, it's not about the shiny. It's about having fun. If I find the shiny, it's a bonus. And once again, last year, I got lucky with Search Kit. You guys should see the clip from yesterday. I was in a VC with Holy and Leah, but do you guys want to watch the clip after I'm done with the staff roll here in Ocarina OST here? You guys want to hear the clip again? Because I have 2 clips of my shiny hunts in the past 2 years. It was in Reno and Search Kit, and I think both of them are really good. Not to brag or anything, but I think both clips of me were really good. What's your favorite Pokemon? Good question. I wonder what my favorite Pokemon is. It really is Ludicolo though, because like Ludicolo is my type of Pokemon. But also, how to explain this? It's a Pokemon that I'm just happy to own every time. No matter how many times I get it, I never get tired of it. It always helps that Lotad Lombre also really peak designs. Well, mainly Lotad. Lombre is cool and all. It's just in the anime from watching it, I barely remember Brock's Lombre. But Brock, when it was like a Lotad Ludicolo, I always remembered it. But Lombre is so cool by virtue of being in the family. You know what I mean? But like what I'm interested is that this whole family has a special place in my heart growing up. Especially since I was strictly a Gen 1 kid for many years. And then when I started branching out to other gens, I really grew attached to the Lotad family, like more than any other Pokemon quickly. And from that point on, I said, yeah, I will be the guy to be associated with Ludicolo and all the family members and such. I think it'd be cooler to just do that. Yeah, so I'm just so used to asking this question every time I follow someone. No worries, yeah. It's all good. Never hurt to ask questions. Never hurts to ask. Trust me, if people had an issue with that, then that would be bad. There are some things that go without asking, but if it's just like a favorite Pokemon question, you see a profile, it's fine. Some people don't always think that way. Like, some people could have like a skinny profile picture, but their favorite Pokemon is something else. It happens. My favorite is Mudsdale. Excellent choice. I really grew to love Mudsdale over the years. I didn't really play Alola much, so I never got the hype around Mudsdale. But then I saw Stamina, and I saw that it's like one of the few good ground types you get. So I'm like, you know what? We'll take a shot at it. Yeah, Mudbray and Mudsdale both ended up impressing me a lot every time I kept playing games they're in Alola, in Sword and Shield, and even Scarlet and Violet. I use it in all games at some point or another. And Mudsdale is really cool. It may not be a perfect Pokemon, but Mudsdale is just a Pokemon I'm always comfortable getting. It's not perfect, but I'll at least have like the ground type, like the ground type. It's not, but it's definitely getting up there on my favorite ground types list. I still think Donphin is my favorite just because it's more mainly Bambi carrying it, but Donphin is really cool too. Even I cannot deny that. Also, guys, quadruple 2s and no shiny. But yeah, are you also partaking in Safari Week, if I may ask? If not, it's all good, but to all my people do Safari Week as well. Hope you guys are catching stuff this time around. Those just feel like a cozy Pokemon as well as a strong but calm. Yeah, that's what a horse is supposed to be, or stallion for Mudsdale, I guess. But yeah, it's just a horse. Nothing wrong with that. Just chilling, got you. You're all good. I just want to ask in case because I know lots of people have been coming over for Safari Week, and I very much appreciate it. But I guess to know that I am a variety Let's Player. I do Safari Week because I've been committing to it the past few years, and I like doing shiny hunting like for special events like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll do that. But after I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to Rhythm Heaven Groove on Monday. Because I am a variety player, and I told myself I would play Rhythm Heaven Groove as soon as I got a chance to stream again on our new house. But I had to do Safari Week instead because I ran out of time. Yeah. Greg Region is woke. I did a ball throw. It was my favorite type, and sometimes type between ground and psychic. Based. So you must be a Claydol enjoyer, right? If that's the case. Alright, well, good thing that wasn't a shiny. That would have been 3 Shake, Fake, and a run. I'm not worried about ball count, by the way. 29 is good enough. Like, what are the odds I run into a Trapinch and then I use 29 Safari balls and then it breaks out all of them? The chance to catch is literally a 50% chance to catch. I enjoy Claydol and I actually started hunting a couple of days ago. Ooh, nice. Is Claydol on Safari? So no, it's not. Or you, oh no, you're going for like a general Claydol. I guess so. Yeah, that would make more sense. We have very general, only three Pokemon. Yeah. And Sword. Okay, yeah. Well, good luck with that. I'm sure you can do it. Anybody can do anything. My only advice is to make sure you have a Pokemon that has Damp, like a Quagsire. Or something that blocks Explosion, because, yeah, those things can explode. That's my only advice. I don't know if you care about that, and you just want to send it regardless, but that's the only thing I would suggest to people who hunt Claydol or Baltoy. Always find a way to make sure it does not explode in front of you. Otherwise, you will regret it. Unless you don't care, win a ball anyway, in which case I respect it too. Shiny hunting is art, and we do it however we want. Feed the next Pokemon you encounter. Alright, bet. Alright. Trapinch, prepare to be fed. It's Seed. Alright, we're out of here. Yeah, I have Golduck because it can disable. As well so I can make my false swiper. Oh, got you. You can disable with Golduck and you have skill swap. Oh, you could swap to your false swiper. And Golduck has Damp, right? That's very important. That's smart though. Oh my gosh. Like, make it use Explosion, wait for it to do that, disable Explosion, and then go to your false swiper, and then ball again. But honestly though, if you do that, I would heavily recommend having a second Damp Pokemon, because then when disable runs out, how do you combat that? I guess you just go back to Golduck. Never mind. Nah, you're right. Just go back to Golduck if that happens. If disable runs out, I'm stupid. You can just go back to Golduck. Alright, is that it? Is that the Ocarina OST? Yep, that is it. Alright guys, that is it for the Ocarina of Time OST. So you know what, chat? Let's go to Majora's Mask, baby! We can't do one without the other. Let's do the other one. And this is much longer too, apparently. Let me look at the 3D version. That might help a bit. Yeah, this is much longer. There's the full OST that's like almost 2 hours. We'll do this one, I guess. This one has sound effects or what? Yeah, here's a comment talking about it. This one has sound effects. I need one that does not have sound effects, just like a full-on OST. Trapinch and Gregory's next, by the way. But yeah, I'm a massive little fan. Mood was the first Pokemon game. Really? I can't believe that's like a timeline now where people say that's my first Pokemon game. But I respect it. Sun and Moon are very slept-on games. Like, the way I describe it is that they're not as easy as people think it is. And I'm tired of pretending they're not, because I think they're genuinely the hardest games out of the bunch. But that's just my opinion. Let me find the OST for Majora's Mask that is, you know, not full of sound effects. Sorry, chat. I'm looking up to see, like, an OST where there's no sound effects. You know what I mean? I can't find one. OST, no sound effects. No jingles, I mean. That's the best way to put it. Oops, I accidentally pressed F11. And what the heck. We're going to be doing this whole stream anyway. Might as well put this one on. We're going to put on this 2-hour one. Alright, let's go. Alright, chat, time to join Majora's Mask now. Here we go. Do you have a shiny Charmer now? In this game? Or what? In this game, there is no shiny charm. It's full odds. As long as who's play older games, I appreciate that Game Freak tried to experiment with so much things, that did so many different things. Yeah, Alola is definitely weird, because I definitely do not hate the games at all. I think they're very overhated. But yeah, I respect it because I think they're legit. Like, both Sun and Moon and Ultra Moon are the hardest games in the series by a landslide. Because I think consistently it's by far the hardest. Especially with the Elite Four and Kukui. Kukui, in my opinion, and it's probably a hot take, in my opinion, the hardest champion in the entire franchise. Not even close to the hardest trainer in all Pokemon. I still think the hardest is just this random Fisher from Stadium 2, but Kukui and Sun and Moon, unironically the hardest champion in all Pokemon. People always default to Cynthia. People always will make exceptions saying Steven. People will even bring up stuff like Leon, and I'm like, are you really kidding me? Leon? But no one ever mentions Kukui. Leon is not hard. Yeah, like, a lot of them you can counter or strat and not have to worry about that. Difficulty is, like, subjective for certain players. Some trainers will be more harder than others for a lot of people. Generally, the champions are the hardest. But, like, who's gonna tell you with a straight face that, like, Diantha is the hardest champion, for example? No one, because barely anybody struggled with X and Y. But my take is that Kukui is the hardest champion in the whole franchise. People say Cynthia. People say Steven. People say, who else? They'll even bring up the rival Fireleaf Green. Maybe even Lance in Gen 2, because 3 Dragonites is brutal. And that is fair, yeah. 3 Dragonites is definitely not an easy chore, even if it looks easy with an Ice-type user and choice specs in Heart Crystal Silver. It's still 3 Dragonites. One of them knowing Outrage, by the way. It's the Ace as well. And it also has Fire Blast against Steel types. I wouldn't call it easy. Obviously. I wouldn't call it the hardest thing ever, because there are ways to counteract it. And there's always counterplay for everything. And Cynthia's biggest weakness is that her Spiritomb is a way easier lead to set up than you think. The Spiritomb, depending on which game you're playing, by the way, has all attacking moves, and then some other random move it doesn't need to use. For example, Diamond or Pearl, it has Silver Wind, Psychic, Embargo, and I forgot the fourth move, but it has Psychic, Dark Pulse, Psychic, Silver Wind, and Embargo, and Diamond and Pearl. Platinum, it has those moves, plus Shadow Ball, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but it has 4 attacking moves that are not very scary. The Spiritomb. They go offense with Spiritomb, and it just does not make it that threatening. It's just, oh, no weakness, so you can't kill it, but you can use a Dark Side to set up on it. Even with Silver Wind, it's not very strong of a move from a Spiritomb. It is scary if it does get an Omni boost, though, of course, but yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, it's a threat. And in BDSP, isn't it any better for it? It has Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Psychic, and Sucker Punch. A Dark type to show up walls it. And what I did for both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl when I Nuzlocke both games was use Skuntank with Snarl, because Skuntank doesn't proc switch AI. The only difficult thing about BDSP Cynthia, in my opinion, is that she does have the good switch AI. Let's say you had a pure Dark type. Let's say, like, Umbreon. You hit Spiritomb with a regular move, or, like, a dark move. Yeah, a dark move. If you hit Spiritomb with a dark move, Cynthia will straight up swap to Lucario because it resists dark, and it has fighting move against the Umbreon. This is an example, by the way. It could be any pure dark type. But, yeah. There is Switch AI to be factored in against BDSP Cynthia, and that makes it difficult too. But Kukui also has the same Switch AI. If you hit, like, the lead Lycanroc with a, what is it resisted by? Fire move. Or just, like, a neutral move, like Ice Beam. Right? Ice Beam? Let's say you had Yeah, a good example. Like a Kingdra with a Ice Beam. You don't kill Lycanroc. Kukui has a chance to switch out to Primarina if he has a starter. He will go into Primarina, take the Ice Beam, and then Moonblast you probably, or something like that, or whatever fairy move it has. Kukui has a switch AI. So does Cynthia. And also, they're both EV trained. BDSP difference is that Spiritomb is a much easier lead to set up on. Kukui's Lycanroc, however, like, what do you do? What would you do against his Lycanroc? That is max speed and max attack, by the way. What would you do, guys, if you were battling Kukui and his lead Lycanroc? It has the following moves, by the way. Stealth Rock, Accelerock, Stone Edge, and Crunch. What would you do? How are you killing that Lycanroc? First and foremost, it's gonna outspeed you, by the way. And it's not about the fact they can kill you. Obviously, that can happen, but it's the problem. The problem is that Lycanroc, in a game where a lot of Pokemon are slow, is so fast, it'll guarantee, almost essentially, guarantee set up Stealth Rock. So now you're wondering, how do you combat that? And it's not like the biggest end of the world, but it's a lead Lycanroc with Stealth Rock. That alone makes him more difficult than any other champion because he has an actual competent lead. He would have been way more difficult if he had a Focus Sash on his Lycanroc, which he could have in theory. If you're faster, it can also cuss Accelerock. Not if it doesn't see a KO, but in theory it could. For example, I had to use Rabombi against Lycanroc and just straight up Z-move it because if I didn't, Lycanroc would just survive, kill my Rabombi. But it only clicks Accelerock if it sees a KO on the first turn. Otherwise, it's clicking Stealth Rock most likely if it does not see a KO. And in the back, he has a Braviary that loves to spin Whirlwind and Tailwind when given the chance. And Braviary is also max attack and speed. And it's pretty bulky enough to simply Whirlwind you if it doesn't feel like attacking. And combine that with Stealth Rocks, he will keep doing chip damage on you if he keeps letting you Whirlwind. Rabombi, please survive this. And I had these as E-move, so I couldn't rely on using a Focus Sash. I had to make sure it never once clicked Accelerock. But I'm like, no, it doesn't see a KO. It has to use Stone Edge. And it did when I did my run. Imagine if he had Dusk Lycanroc and he has Tough Claws. Nah, I feel like it'd be... Oh, Dusk Lycanroc. No, yeah, you're right. That'd be... Yeah, that'd be just as scary. I was thinking of Midnight Lycanroc. I'm like, no, that would make him a joke, actually, but no. Midday is already pretty good enough, too, because, like, Midday is faster than... Is it faster than Midnight? Or Dusk, I mean? Because, yeah, Dusk is slow, the slowest by far, but I'm pretty sure Midday is faster than Dusk. One of them is 112 speed, the other's 110. I'm pretty sure Dusk is 110. I'm very positive. Midday is 112. But yeah, like, name... Chat, I need you to ask me this. Name however many Pokemon you can think of from the Alola decks that outspeed Lycanroc. And keep in mind, when I did full series, whoever I brought to the Elite Four and I beat Kukui against would get champ. So if I bring Pokemon to beat Lycanroc, they're going to be gone. And I can't do it again next game. So I have to use a different strat. For when I played Moon, I had to just accept Stealth Rocks and use Pangoro. Because Pangoro, the strat I had, would work as long as I was able to survive. Use Swords Dance, and then Break, Lycanroc, Poison Jab the Primarina, and then Bullet Punch the Carbeak. That all came out back to back to back. Before, not Carbeak, Ninetales. Before Braviary. Which worked perfectly. And then Pangoro got the KO on Magnezone as well when it dodged a Thunder Wave, which was very lucky. But I didn't need to rely on that. It was just like a Hail Mary that I could have just done. I had a Z Focus Blast or Guru in the back to beat the Magnezone. So I was not going to lose that match at all. Imagine you get Evil Lycanroc with a +6 priority Oko move. No guard. No guard. What move? Fissure? Yeah, just send it. No guard Fissure. Given no guard Fissure, it's the only way to make Lycanroc good. Also take Fast Lux. Yep, that too. That thing is a demon too. It's very bulky. Like, the problem with Kukui is that you're not sweeping him. It's impossible. Almost nearly impossible. And if you are, you're risking crits every time on the Lycanroc. And if you try to switch out, you're taking damage from Stealth Rocks. Almost every time. A fight attack can wall it, or better, because his Lycanroc's attack EV is his max. So even if you try to wall with the Lycanroc, you'll be taking a lot of damage in the process. That's like the only way I could think of where you can, like, in theory, set up and sweep against Kukui. Gongi did it with their own Lycanroc. They straight stalled Kukui's opposing Lycanroc. They used Midday Lycanroc to sweep Kukui with Swords Dance, I think. Yeah, Swords Dance, Brick Break, Accelerock. What was the fourth move? I forgot. Theramosa is faster, yeah. But name as many Pokemon as you can that outspeed Midday Lycanroc. Just name as many as you can, Chad, that are in the Alola-Dex. I can only think of a couple. Alola Dugtrio, Aerodactyl, Starmie, Rabombi. I think Salazzle's faster, but it's freaking Salazzle! The Tapus maybe, but also, like, you don't get them. You can obtain. But those are like some I can think of on top of my head. Hawlucha? That is Ultra Moon, I think. But like in Sun and Moon base, not Ultra. Regular Sun and Moon. Because Kukui's in Sun and Moon. Howl's in Ultra Moon as your champion, and he is a joke. He is an actual joke. I don't understand why people think he's harder. No. Not even close. His lead is Alola Raichu, which is actually a good lead. It's pretty scary, but it's much easier to set up on because the rest of his team is much of a joke. His Tauros could be scary. Noivern does have Air Slash and can flinch you. Like, he does have some 30 Pokemon. Crabominal is very strong hitting. And then, but then you have the freaking 3-move starters and Baby Doll Eyes and Quick Attack Evolution, whatever. And I'm like, this guy's supposed to be a champion? And he's still doing this right now? Like, what are we doing now at this point? It's not doing, but Rabombi is fast. Yeah! I mean, I did use it against Kukui's Lycanroc. I did do that. I literally Z-moved instantly. But if for some reason you are dead to Lycanroc's Accelerock, he will click it. And then your Rabombi's always dead too. So there is a timeline where your Rabombi can faint easily. Trick Room Shuckle. Here we go, guys. -6 curse, Trick Room Shuckle. Let's go. But as far as good checks are, Starmie's a really good one. But almost all of them also have to KO Lycanroc too. And the best move Starmie has to KO Lycanroc are both Hydro Pump and Scald. Surf is post game, so you're stuck with those moves if you want to KO Lycanroc. Or Z Water move. Give up your Z Crystal turn 1 just to kill the Lycanroc. Otherwise, as Greg said, Hawlucha, but that's also Ultra Moon only. I'm pretty sure. Where Kukui's not champion. And faster fight sets are harder to come by. Can Alola Raichu outspeed? In theory, yes. If I was Nuzlocking, my Alola Raichu has to be max speed, more or less. But also, if I were to do that, it would have to give up a Z Crystal for that. It had to do something with Bombi. Who else could do it? Aerodactyl with Iron Head, Z, Steel. That works. You also got to think of the Pokemon that outspeed and have to KO Lycanroc. They have to have a move that's strong enough to KO Lycanroc. As far as I can tell, Z Crystals are the way to go. Let's do actually a lookup on this. Why not? Alola Sun and Moon Pokedex. Pokedex speed. Tiers. Speed. Here we go. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Okay, Lycanroc Midday is faster than Lycanroc Dusk. I was correct. Alola Dugtrio, I forgot. Alola Dugtrio is 2 points slower. But if your Dugtrio is like crack speed, and of course EV Train, it can actually outspeed the Lycanroc. But the good thing about Alola Dugtrio is that it also barely takes any damage from Lycanroc stab moves. The only problem is that it will probably get Stealth Rocks if it's still faster regardless. But you can Earthquake it with Dugtrio. So it is actually one of the better Pokemon to use as well. But it has to be plus speed. The only saving grace of Kukui's team is that they're all 30 IVs and neutral natures. So if you have like a plus speed Dugtrio with a really good speed IV, and of course max speed IVs, you can outspeed the Lycanroc and Earthquake it. So that is possible. At least. But otherwise, how do you outspeed the Lycanroc? Once again, just pray you have a faster Pokemon. Who else can outspeed it? In the Dex. It has to be naturally faster than Lycanroc. Let's see. I don't know if it's in the Dex, but... Oh, Alola Persian can outspeed. But what is Alola Persian going to do? What is it going to do against Lycanroc? That's the problem. The ones who can, what are they going to do? We have Sneasel and Weavile, which they better be one-shotting, otherwise they'll get Accelerocked or Stone Edge to death. Tauros could do it. Like, Pokemon that are barely slower than Lycanroc Midday could do it. They just have to be like max speed to outspeed the Lycanroc, or a couple more levels higher. I'm talking perspective that also, like, you're either the same level or a little higher level. Like, if you're Nuzlocking, that makes sense. Like, I'm talking the perspective you're Nuzlocking. Who else could do it? Gengar could in theory as well, but it doesn't have Levitate anymore. Not that it matters, you'll use Crunch, but yeah. Oh, a good one that Swede used, actually. The Ash Greninja. That one, by technicality, you can get in a Nuzlocke, per se. Swede allowed it. I think it's a really cool niche mod to have. But Ash Greninja will do the trick as well. That actually can probably kill Lycanroc even without a Z move. Especially... No, you can't pre-damage because they'll just Accelerock you, but... Ash Greninja can do it. All it needs is just a choice specs. Crobat is faster but dying. Yep. It would need... and its stab moves also are rock resist, so... Yeah. Crobat is doing nothing either. Who else is there? Meteor when it's broken up, but you have to take damage, and you're weak to rock, so... Nope. Who else? Rabombi already mentioned. Could theory do it. Could do it in theory. But yeah, there's not many Pokemon that are faster than Lycanroc Dusk. A lot of them are Megas or just other random Pokemon. Jolteon is in the Dex, right? So... Jolteon is faster, but here's the sad truth about Jolteon, chat. You don't get the Thunderbolt TM until post-game. So, its best electric move, I'm pretty sure, is either Volt Switch or Discharge. Which, yeah, what does it learn Discharge in this game? Let me look it up. Jolteon moveset Gen 7. When does it learn Discharge? 37. So, yeah. Z-Electric Jolteon could work too, but it's not as ideal, I argue. So yeah, you're kind of just out of options, honestly, when it comes to outspeeding and KOing the Lycanroc turn 1. There's not many in the game that can do that. That's why I argue he's the hardest. It's the Lycanroc. It's not that it's hard to KO. It's just it's hard to KO without it getting off Stealth Rocks. And that heavily matters because a lot of people tend to switch out in, you know, big battles they need to. If you switch out, you better clear out those Stealth Rocks with Rapid Spin or Defog or you're cooked. You have someone to trade, you can get Alakazam. Yep, that too. Alakazam could do it. You just gotta use your Z move. It learns Focus Blast and you can give it Fighting Z, so boom. You could do that as well. I'm just spitballing ideas, but at the end of the day, they're all very specific for a niche against, my opinion, the hardest champion in the game. And people will still say he's not the hardest. And will argue Iris is harder than Kukui. I'm like, absolutely not. Well, Iris is not easy either because Focus Sash Express and Life Orb Shield Force Radagon are definitely bigger threats than like half of the other champion Pokemon in the entire franchise. But yeah, Great Ninja Champion will be harder. Yeah, I better see like Prankster Stealth Rock or something. That's what I better see, Greg. A Pokemon that has both Mold Breaker and Prankster in one ability. Just to spite everyone who wants to give it a Stealth Rocks. And then don't allow Rapid Spin or Defog or whatever. It'll get Legendary Beast. Yep. I expect it as well. AP mode is activate, chat. I've been streaming for like 5 days in a row now. But doing 3 hours each stream is good for my mental, because that way I don't like overdo it. I also have like enough time to just keep doing stuff I need to do myself. It's just 62-hour Mega Ray Rays. Yeah. But don't worry guys, it doesn't stream anymore. We're safe to just Ice Beam it. Surprise, Focus Sash. I feel like Focus Sash on a Mega Rayquaza is overkill. Is it just me? For it to have like Focus Sash? Magnezone can also paralyze you. Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about Magnezone. One thing I did for Magnezone was I used Pangoro for with Mold Breaker to try to bypass 30, but it 2-shot with Brick Break. But it's fine. I didn't need it anyway. I dodged Thunder Wave. But also, what I did for the Magnezone in Sun, though, was I used Vikavolt. And you're wondering, Ludo, why Vikavolt? Vikavolt is a very weird move pool, but it does have some good stuff with it though. It gets Bug Buzz, it gets Volt Switch, it gets Thunderbolt, it gets Energy Ball, all those good special moves. You know what I ran? You guys wanna know what moves I used on my Vikavolt for Kukui? You're not gonna like what I used. You guys are gonna be like, what is he cooking? What is he doing? You ready? So what I ran for my Vikavolt were the following moves: Protect, Safeguard, you know, the generic support moves on a Vikavolt, definitely, you know, a classic. And then Flash Cannon, and then Dig. Yep, I'm running a non-stab physical ground move on a Vikavolt for a Kukui because of Magnezone. It's immune to paralysis from Thunderbolt and Thunder Wave, resists both its stab moves with electric typing, has Dig to 2-shot, and also has safeguard to support against wait, I forgot what it was for. Oh, Blizzard Ninetales, what it was for. Blizzard Freeze Ninetales, that was the problem. And then Flash Cannon for the said Ninetales. Cause if I was like, okay, Vikavolt can beat the Ninetales, Flash Cannon. So I didn't run a single stab move on Vikavolt. And I couldn't have used TMs either. Like, I could have, but Dig isn't a TM. Thunderbolt is not a TM in the main story, so I have to learn it if I want to keep it. But I kept Flash Cannon because I knew it would be more useful than Bug Buzz or Thunderbolt against Kukui, who had the Decidueye as a starter. And in general, those moves weren't useful. Alright. Let me take my break, gamers. As to start it, I'll be right back. And I'll see you guys in a bit for the last bit of stream. See you guys in a bit. Take care, gamers. Sorry for the random Maverick gamers. I am back, but I needed to take a bit of a break anyway, just because I do breaks every hour I can. I don't always do it, but usually I try to, and I should honestly not. Like, I should honestly do the break anyway, because I would be terrified to like find a shiny in the middle of an ad break. But we're back. When Vicable is in Champions, I'm just building a Trick Room team with it. Do it. I just do think it's messed up. That's still like. Yeah, can we talk about that though? Grubbin is the fastest of the three in the family. Like, it's not original. I mean, you guys want to know another fun fact? Tynamo is the fastest of the 3 eels of the family. Tynamo is 60 base speed. Electric is 40. Electros is 50. Tynamo is the fastest at 60 speed. You'd think it'd be faster too for how tiny it is. But no, it's 60 speed. Not even like 80, 90, no. It's slow, even for unevolved Pokemon, but it's still faster than the other two that it evolves into. I always forget Vicable had speed stat. It's just terrible. It really is. A Pokemon that looks so fast, way slower than it is. Because, lol, isn't it funny? Alola's got so many slow Pokemon. Dude, how are we in the timeline where Torracat is one of the faster Pokemon in the Alola Dex? Bruxish is one of the faster Pokemon in the Alola Dex. And another fun fact, Torracat is the fastest Alola starter at 90. Everyone else is slower. Trapinch is the fastest of his line. Under Trick Room. I think you forgot the words Trick Room. Very important. Yeah, they will say that a lot. So I think I'll have to remind you forgot the word Trick Room in there. Mudzill's fine being slow because he's being slow to an advantage. Yeah, like Mudbray does get slower when it evolves, but like it gets bigger weight. I kind of see why. Not to sound sensitive, by the way, but Mudsdale is one of the heaviest Pokemon in all Pokemon, so it makes sense. But like, it's slower because of how heavy it is. Then again, Groudon is like 90 base speed for being over 2,000 pounds. Being slow means you can activate stamina. That too, I guess, yeah. But, oh yeah, because if you take a hit, you activate stamina. And Mudsdale is more bulky than Mudbray, of course. But yeah, I can see why it's slower, but, whatever. It's still better than how a lot of the Sinnoh Evos straight up get slower because, oh, these guys would be too powerful otherwise. They wouldn't. It's just Game Freak hates giving Pokemon speed sometimes. They just made them slower. Magnezone, Electivire, Magmortar, Tangros. Who else is slower upon evolution? Crabominable's slow, yeah. Poor Crabominable, dog. That Pokemon I don't even like, but yikes. Oh, Crabominable to be fast. Yeah, it's just slow because it's an Alola where everything is slow. The average speed of Alola is like 70 something. That's how terrible the Dex is with the speed stats. Mega Abominable. I really haven't played any of the ZA DLC. Obviously I know the Megas, but like, I don't know squat, honestly, when it comes to ZA Megas in general. But to people who played it or have tried out with Champions, hope you guys are enjoying the new Megas. I want to use Mega Golurk so badly. That's like the one Mega I was hyped for the most. Because I was like, come on, Golurk has to get a Mega. And it did. If only I can buff them in the Greg Dix. If only, oh my gosh. But like, who else is slower than they really should be? Lycanroc Midnight is slower than the other two. Just because they want to give a rock type more bulk and then give a counter. And it ends up being a worse mon than it really should be. Oranguru is slow. Passimian is decently fast, like 85. Still slower than Bruxish though. But yeah. Not to make fun of Bruxish, just like, that's how a lot of slow Pokemon are. Drampa and Tornado are slow. I don't know how fast Kofi is actually, but it does have Triage for like priority healing moves. Golurk is awesome. Stalin is 80 base speed. Oh, you're talking about buffing it. I mean, might as well. Why not? It's a normal type. Who else? Same speed as Feebas. Yep, I know about this one. 80 is very crowded of a speed tier. Chandelure, Meganium, Togekiss, Venusaur, Stoutland. Even Shiftry's in that same speed tier. There are so many 80 base speed Pokemon. Goodra, Dragonite. Togedemaru somewhat fast, but it should be faster. Yeah, it definitely should. But it's still decently fast. And definitely above the average half of speed tier to Lola. Mimikyu's also up there. Gave Stoutland 90 speed and Greg Dex. Awesome, and now speed ties. Who's 90 base speed? I should know that. Lucario? Awesome, Lucario. We'll go with that. Dog and dog action. Oh, sorry, got a stretch. Ooh, okay. Chat, reminder to always take a stretch if you need to right now. I only did it, but I need more. More. Also, chat, we're about to have the end of the world. If I don't get my shot Trapinch right now, I have to reset time. Oh no. Chat, we're about to die. The end of the world is coming. We're about to die. Everybody, 07s. I know the Salazzle's faster, but getting one is the worst. I really hate going for Salazzle sometimes. Like, it was so bad. I went for the Gift Totem Salazzle from Ultra Moon, where you can get that over Marowak and Ultra Sun. But yeah. Why is it like in the 70s? Yeah, that's so weird. Lurantis, another Pokemon that looks like it's a totem, known for a totem, so it's gonna be like slow, but not too slow. 45 speed. Lurantis is 45 speed. It's so slow. I couldn't even bother using it for Olivia, who I was tempted to use, but no. It's so slow. I had to use Pangoro because it gets Mold Breaker and it's faster than the other Pokemon. With enough setup, it can defeat Olivia's team. But no, Lurantis can't do it. The only way I could have gotten speed increase is by giving up my Z move to use like Z Sunny Day. And then +1 speed, try to kill everything. But nope, sturdy, everywhere. No, don't retire. Also, I call Okamino Bro out. Serena is in the 70s. I got a buff base speed. Yeah, Serena's in the 70s right now. She's stuck in the 70s right now. I hope you're well, Cole. Good to see ya. We are still hunting. We're about to have the end of the world here because we're listening to Majora's Mask OST. We were listening to Ocarina earlier, so now we're doing Majora's Mask for today. Tomorrow I'll probably put on Kirby music, and then we can end off on Thursday with... What music will we put on for Thursday? We'll see. I love this idea we got, though. Just, like, putting on different game OSTs for the day. So no green bug SMH. I know, it's not even a bug type, too. This is so messed up. It's an ant pit, yet it's not a bug type. Because they're afraid to make an Unankata. What would Mega Serena even look like? Yeah, even I wonder. Just give it, like, more hair. Give it a staff. Just do that. Bigger crown. He really has bug energy to me. Yo, of course, yeah, it's an ant pit, of course. But yeah, I do want the shiny, by the way. I just rather just hunt for you guys to have fun than just like get the shiny. You know what I mean? There's no fun to be found if I just went for Trapinch and got it. You gotta wait to fight E4 member Raid to see Mega Serena. Got it. No reveals yet. We gotta wait it out, fellas. We gotta wait it out. Oh my gosh, I'm eepy, chat. Zelda Lullaby is making me eepy, guys. Good night. Okay, I'm awake. Somebody gave me a Chesto berry. I had my nieces over yesterday. It was super fun, but now I'm so tired. I feel it, Cole. Hopefully you can get some rest soon, gamer. You've done a lot these past few days. You got your new cards. You went out with friends on the weekend. I just hope all was fun. I'm just happy to get ready to play some more Mario Sports Mix after stream today. Pronounce it like read or read. Yeah, my bad. Read. There. There. My bad for getting it wrong. There's been a few busy days. Yeah, for me as well, but I'm just off this weekend. Not weekend, but like Monday through Wednesdays are my days off, so just do whatever. And then I go back to work on my weekends, quote unquote. It's very nice. But now I'm getting tired again because I've been hunting for so long already. Like, I've been hunting for 5 days in a row now. I need a break, chat. I'm so sad Dolmines didn't get a gate G-Max. Like, it's so perfect. Yeah. No, we'll give it to, No, I gotta be careful because I don't want to insult random Pokemon that didn't deserve one. But, like, come on, chat. I think in general, G-Max forms are just such wasted potential. To me, anyway. Because, like, be real. When was the last time you cared about a G-Max Pokemon, chat? If you do like them, of course, you're more than welcome to. I'm just saying, like, when were they last relevant besides Go? This one is just like Amida Bay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Eventually we'll get it. This is how it is with hunts. Sometimes eventually we will get them, and sometimes we will just take a while to get them. But it's more about just, you know, being here together, getting ready to just send it, keep going. Eventually we'll get something. No, you were meant to say what's... No, I'm not falling for that. My Joe ransacked. Yeah, it's on you, dog. Congratulations, you are the joke now. Deteriorates. Schmeckeldorf even. That's not even a word, and I still agree with myself. I don't know why I'm mashing hard right now. Let's get to 2,500. I'm positive we can get there. We just need like over another 100.5 encounters. But I'm positive we'll get there. Maybe we can get over that too. We'll see. I need to stretch more is the problem. I gotta stretch it out, chat. I'm gonna Schmeckeldorf you actually. What are you implying by that? It's a little sus. A little skeptical. Cheer 1 trillion. You deserve this. Good one, Greg. Hope your bank account isn't too bad right now after that. That sounds so toxic. Oh my gosh. Also, it is 92 degrees right now, chat. Fahrenheit. For those who can't read Celsius, like 40 something. It is hot, and it's only 12 o'clock. Now we're at the sound effects part. No, don't place. Stay put. Bike around. It's 100 trillion. Yeah, my bad. 100 trillion. That's 100 trillion depth you got there after that one. Oh yeah, speaking of negative, actually. Yesterday we were playing Mario Sports Mix. I was playing basketball on Bowser's Boulevard. And one of the gimmicks is that in the course there are point panels where if you are on those panels and you try to shoot a ball and you make it, you get points, additional points based off where you landed on. For example, if you shoot the ball for a 3-pointer and you're on a panel where it's a 3-pointer and you shoot with a panel with a number under it, you'll get the 3 points from the 3-pointer with either adding, multiplying, or subtracting points away from that. So like if you were on a plus 30 panel while shooting the ball and it happens to be a 2 or 3-pointer, you get 2 or 3 points plus 30. So you get 33 or 32. But, or if you get multiplied, you get 2 times that number or 3 times the number you get added to your score. But if you get minus, you lose points. That's a gimmick. But in Mario Sports Mix, if you were like 0 points and then you shoot the ball with a negative panel, like minus 15 or whatever there is, like at best, you can have negative points. That's so funny, isn't it? You can actually just straight up have negative points as a score. Which is why we started off, my enemy team started off at -2. They shot a ball at -5. It was a 2-pointer, but they had an extra coin, so it was actually 3 points total. But it was subtracted by 5, so they got -2 as their score at 1 point. They should do that in the actual NBA. Just add point panels. They shoot the ball, stay on that spot, shoot the ball, pray you get it in, and then if it's a negative, you get negative points. Forgot it. That's pretty funny, isn't it? You can just get negative points in Mario Sports Mix. How do you guys do that? I have the screenshot to prove it too. Do you guys want to see it? Oh no, I don't have the screenshot right now, but I could post it on Discord if you guys want. I sent it to some friends, but I forgot to post it on my server. But there are negative points in Mario Sports Mix. I think it'd be a funny tweet right there. Just how do you score negative points? I wish I was recording that because it would have been a banger clip right there. Oh well, I didn't record it, but I have a screenshot of -2 points from the CPUs. You know what I like about Trapinch with this green Safari Ball, by the way? It kind of really goes well because it's giving camo energy. Like the perfect shade of green for Trapinch here, and the Safari Ball being like this very camo-like ball fits perfectly. Just something I wanted to comment because I just know that, you know, it looks kind of good. It almost blended in perfectly. To me anyway. But, yeah. Man, I'm EP already. I know I've already said that, but dude, like, I'm ready to play some Mario Sports Mix, but also I'm tired, chat. I woke up at literally 7:30 today or so. No appointments this time. I just have to work on my referral at some point. But yesterday I was so locked in trying to get my therapy session back just because I had to cancel it because I was worried about insurance last time. And I said, you know what, fine, I'll do, if I have to pay up, I'll do it, but I just want closure on this because I don't know what's going to happen. I'll get my appointment. Maybe everything will be fine. It's just what's going on with the insurance in general. Because I did research and it's supposed to work. Just not for dentists anymore. Dental appointments, which makes sense. But like every medical appointment I have though for skincare and therapy, it, you know, should work. But my mother tells me it doesn't work and I don't know who to believe anymore. Like, I could either be getting scammed right now and they want my money, or my mother's just not telling me anything else. Maybe she's unsure of it. I just want to know answers. I'm tired of being told to just do something. I'm like, I researched. Okay, I gotta stop that. I already went out yesterday. I'm not doing it anymore. I said I wouldn't, so let's do better. But yeah, we'll definitely get to, at this rate, we'll definitely get to 2,500. We can do 100 encounters like 20 minutes or so. The dex is like 79% complete now or something. What mod should be added before no more can? What Pokemon aren't in the game? There's too many Pokemon to count. I don't know who you would want to be adding and who wouldn't. Pick a niche Pokemon that literally no one ever uses, like Seviper. That's what I would do personally. Oh guys, listen, it's the reveal music, it's time. Bada 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 bada. Bada bada. And ba bada bada. Yep. I know these games too well now. It's been full circles when I play Zelda 2 years in a row. Palisand's in the Dex, it's niche. I like Palisand. Definitely one of my favorite Alolamons for sure. So are the monkeys? Yeah, niche enough. I know you picked Simipour. I just feel like it. Or are you talking about the Alola ones? Never mind. Who uses Passimian? Yeah, I barely use that. I only use it for my Alola E4 for her son. And the problem was that, of course, mine was minus speed, which heavily mattered against the champion and Olivia. I had to use support to get rid of the sturdy Pokemon and like was who did I use? Carbink? Nah, I used Carbink and Sun. Yeah, that makes sense. I used Carbink and Sun to wall the Braviary, but also Stealth Rock. And I had Gigalith in against a Kui, but I said nah, let's use something else instead. I'm not going too crazy with their low battery Smoke Alarm BRU, right? Near. Is it really picking up? Because we do, in this house, we do have alarms, and they do annoy me a lot. There's no way for me to control them. And I don't know why they play, honestly, but yeah, I don't know what to do about that, Greg. Sorry. There's nothing to do about that, unfortunately. There are alarms, though, so you're not crazy, but there's nothing I could do about that before I tell you guys. And selling would be niche. Yeah, the anime made people like selling a lot more because of that one emotional episode with Lynn and Stalin. I'm like, dude, that episode kind of hits. I haven't seen it in a few years. Feed the ceiling bird, Ludo. Yeah, sure. But for real, like, I've never worked with alarms before, so I don't know, like, what to do about that. I wish the sound would go away, but the house is under security a lot of the time, so, yeah. I guess that's the one thing I don't like about our house. It's the lights fall under light switches, so I'm like, what am I supposed to do about this? Sometimes the lights will just go off because they think I'm not here when I am here. Right now, because I'm sitting down on my desk, they know I'm here, so light sensors are like working. But if I'm laying down on my bed, the lights will go on randomly if like I get up for a bit. Watch out for the radioactive Americium for one. Okay, but I'm not a science nerd, Greg. Now it's like, what am I supposed to do? I know what you're talking about. Americium's an element in the table and all that, but just kidding. Alpha radiation unless you activate ingest smoke alarm, you're fine. Yeah, I know I'm fine. Just like these sounds can be a little annoying, especially when I want you guys to remember we have a 6-year-old baby sister who cries a lot for everything, and I mean everything. She doesn't get a snack, which we give her snacks a lot of the times because she wants to eat, she deserves to eat. I'm just saying that, like, if she doesn't get her way, she will cry. Even for like the smallest of reasons, like if my mother goes to work, she will cry, even if she knows that my mother has to work, or if I have to work. You know what I mean? We have a 6-year-old baby sister under these alerts now too that will trigger her sound. Feed the human bird and the ceiling bird. So like I was saying, there's nothing I can do about that. There really isn't. You guys just got to put up with that, unfortunately. The worst case that can happen is when my mother and sister are cooking, and then there's smoke coming out because we're cooking meat, and then boom, all of a sudden the smoke alarms play, which can happen. It's already happened twice. It's annoying, but as long as they don't cook, we're fine, I guess. All the meals I make don't tend to smoke either, so we're fine there. Like 4 or 5 really represented. Well, 9 really isn't. Oh, for gens. Yeah, pick a Gen 9 Pokemon if it's the case. Go Flamigo. Go Flamigo. You should do that. Go for Flamigo. That guy was my goat when I did my Violet run. A little too overpowered for early game, but, you know, who cares? I got through it. So, that's all I care about. I think there's like maybe 8 to 10 Gen 9 Mons. Really? Add more then. Add Flamigo. Add Palmy family. Add, I guess, like, what type do you need more of? If you need more ice types, the Titan wouldn't be a bad idea. You could add, what else? I'd rather let a pigeon pick my eyes up than adding a stupid Flamigo. So you'd rather add Squawkabilly. So that's your next best bet. Squawkabilly, right? You're gonna add that Pokemon than Flamigo? There's not a lot, mainly because Gen 9 has a lot of Paradox. Yeah, that too. And Gen 9 is just known for a lot of power creep Pokemon. Adding just like a few could make the game a little imbalanced, especially with like the wrong selections. Because if you add something like the starters with Torchsong Skeletors, all of a sudden, yeah, it becomes the best starter by far. But that's just my opinion though, because Gen 9 is filled with a lot of power creep Pokemon. With the exception of like Wugtrio and Spidops, who are both just garbage. Utter chaotic garbage. The Dex has Pooper, focus on that. Yeah, up to you though what you want to add at the end of the day. I'm just suggesting like random Pokemon, like, once again. You got Bombardier. I know nobody likes that Pokemon, including myself, but you could add that if you need a dark type. What is this song? I don't remember this one. 5742, so... Jungle Cruise. Oh, now I remember. It's when you shoot stuff while you're in the boat, on the cruise. I get it now. Oinkologne is like Z that has no power creep. Yeah, I guess so. Oinkologne is not very good. I think I have some bias because I love Lechonk. But yeah, it's also not very good. You know what I mean? But a lot of them like are really good or stand out or have like something that's like very power creep related. Or have like a new move. Oh, chat, we got a banger, Deku Palace. Everybody jam it out. This one's a banger. This is a true banger of Majora's Mask right here. Yeah, 9 Gen 9 in the decks. Add one more. Add one more. Add one more. I'm jamming it out here, fellas. Caps Kid Scovillum for Radiant. Whooper and Clodsire, Tinkas, and Bread Doggos, Dockspun. I've always went, I used Dockspun for Mela, and that was it. I really wish I used it more often, but it's just there. But it could do something maybe. Well, Baked Body is really cool niche though, just, you know. Kind of hard for me to justify using it if I don't have fire types. It's pretty cool. Niche regardless. Let's get to 2500 though. I think 500 per stream is pretty good in counter lineup. So let's get to that much, please. At least for today. Man, I already missed the song. I already missed Deku Palace. Might add Tatsugiri with no Dondozo. Really? Well, I guess I get the Mega, but really? I guess it works. You're gonna Mega it though, right? Yeah. I got a Mega, so that's something else though. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, it can Mega Evolve. I'm adding Cloth. Okay, that works too. Rock type. Pretty unusual on Rock type. Is this Woodfall Temple? I think it is. Yep, this is Woodfall Temple. We have found the temple, fellas. Grab for the win! And Cloth is Peace, so it isn't Gen power creep. Yeah, it only has like the ability Anger Shell, where if you get under half health, it gets like a plus, gets like a Shell Smash boost or something like that. That's all it gets. Which could be pretty powerful for an early game boss, actually. After all, you guys remember when I Nuzlocke Scarlet Violet? I was scared of that Cloth because I'm like, I can't weaken it too much or it will activate, you know, that ability and it can block me so I can get trapped. And it's got a decently hard catch rate for early game. Like, how am I supposed to catch this thing? It took me like 2 hours to plan for a single catch. Because I didn't want to wipe early game. Man, Scarlet Violet was such weird games to Nuzlocke. I did it because I had to. But I'm just mad that I still lost a Pokemon in the Switch Full Series. And it was just one Fletchling. Oh, don't worry though. Next time I ever do ZA, you're in luck, chat. I'm probably going to lose like how many runs to a single Mega. Because I don't know how we're going to do that game in general still. Like, you tell me, chat. How are we going to do the Mega battles? How are we going to do... Where are we going to end? How are we even going to do encounters as well? Like, it should go without saying that, oh, go by the locations you met. But I'm going to have such a small dex, I don't even know how I'm going to beat the game. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to do a ZA Nuzlocke, I have to practice ZA with my full series file. Do more research on these battles one by one, but I have to play the game more and more, which will absolutely bore me to death, but I have to. For the sake of Nuzlocking ZA, because I want to do it, but it's going to be such a hard commitment because the game is way harder than PLA to Nuzlocke because there's a lot more battles and it's very battle focused. And it's way different as well. Like, you have to legit do real-time battles. All your inputs, everything you like place matters. For example, if I'm used to pressing this button to attack one move, I have to remember that's going to be the attack button I use for every time for this battle and such. my lead Pokemon as well, it's not whoever's in the front, it's whoever I have my D-pad is defaulted to. This also goes for back-to-back battles as well. If I want to change my lead, I have to do that mid-battle. Like, select a different Pokemon and such. The same way I did it for PLA. Press L or R to go to a Pokemon in front for the next back-to-back. It helps against Volo and the Canker Sisters in the volcano before Hisuian Arcanine. Keep biking, Lara. You got it. You got this. I'll tell you one thing, chat. We're not getting to the end of this OST today, but it's fine. I told you guys that we wouldn't do that anyway. Just listen to as much as we can today. That's it. We'll listen to a different OST tomorrow. I'll probably pick Kirby if I have to guess, but which Kirby game do we pick? Because I'm feeling Kirby tomorrow, and I can end off OSTs with Bowser's Inside Story on Thursday. I had Toxapex, but I probably have to make them legged because of how good they are. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not really adding a Toxapex, but you are. But it better be like nerfed or something, because you are adding Toxapex to the game. A Pokemon was Merciless, Venoshock, Toxic that can hit all the time, or Baneful Bunker if you want to be greedy, and Recover. Oh, if you don't want to poison, you can also burn with Scald. Toxapex is the literal definition, is everything Tentacruel wanted to be. Only Marini, no Toxapex. Look, that works too. Marini is nowhere near as good, but yeah. But only if you had Corsola as well, because Marini's got to eat their Corsolas. You know what I mean? Oh, it's the music that plays whenever you get the mask and you free a giant. Yeah, we'll have to get more than 2,500 today, actually. Why not? Music that might play when you fight Sans. Comic Sans? Can I get my green Trapinch right now, please? Man. You know what I should be doing offline right now? Working on those emotes I said I would. I know Jasmine isn't here right now, but Jasmine, if you hear this, I really do have a Polytoad emote in mind now. Not like an art emote, but like something for you if you want. We'll see. As for the Lotad loading emote, I actually find a good loading GIF, that's it. And I can just add that to the Lotad, and boom. Easy GIF emote added. Oh no, EP mode is activating, chat. But it's okay. We're doing okay. I guess I should mention that since I already had pizza for early food, I necessarily do not need lunch, but, you know, if I do get dinner tonight, maybe, what do I go for dinner today, chat? My mother and I ordered stuff from Walmart. I don't think I'll be here at all today, but we at least ordered it, so, you know, we'll have that looking forward to. But I mainly bought just like other stuff I usually get for like work food, so not the same. But I did buy bread for sandwiches, so Dusty, if you hear me, I will get sandwiches this time again. Not just a cane sandwich, actual sandwich this time. 93 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way, chat, right now. Now, you guys see why we're dealing with a nasty heat wave too clearly? Well, it's not as nasty as those in the UK, I guess, but it's been getting hot again here lately. 93 degrees Fahrenheit is no joke. Wore me down for work most of the time this week. But, hey, here we are now. Hey, I'll say this, chat. Usually we find our full on shinies in like 3 hours in a stream. It happened with Search Kit. It almost essentially happened in Areno. I kept going for a bit longer, and then I found shiny in Areno. So maybe if like we get into the end of stream, like about to end, we'll get our shiny Trapinch as a little bit of a surprise. Maybe. Oinking! Oinking music, chat. Type oinking, full caps. Oinking. Just O-I-N-K-I-N-G. Oinking. All piggies today, chat. Look at that little goober. I love Trapinch. It's not the best Pokemon, but, you know, he's just kind of head empty. I love the front POV of Trapinch, too. We gotta look at a frame of front-facing Trapinch, actually. We should do that. Let me go do it right now. Front-facing Trapinch. Never mind, it's not as good as I thought, but I've seen it. I could have sworn I saw one in the anime where like it's really funny, but come on, there has to be somewhere for a good frame of front-facing Trapinch. Oh, we did it! We beat the minigame, guys! No way, we did it! We won! Was this on Snow Point? 113. No, this is Snow Mountain. So we're getting somewhere near the snow area now in the OST. But we'll keep going. We want to get to 2,500 today. That's the plan. We got 12 minutes left before 3-hour mark. I want to try to get to 2,500 today. And the next stream 3K probably. We'll definitely get there. I shouldn't be worried. Like, come on. We have Illuminate, Repel Manips, Guarantee Trapinch, and unlike Fireleaf Green, if I press any arrow buttons, the text will stay put until I press A, which is way better. Like, way, way better. You know what I mean? That's what I do not miss about Fireleaf Green's hunts. Unfortunately, that does mean, like, I'm still hunting Haunter, by the way. Not online right now, but I'm still like, you know, I have Haunter in my backlog for a reason. I do hope I find a shiny anyway. Like, I say it's only because I would love to at least, like, have a shiny by the end of the event. But if not, I understand. But ideally, I find one at some point. It's gotta happen eventually, chat, right? Eventually. It's gotta happen eventually. We got Goron. Let's Goron in chat. Full caps, let's Goron. I have that as an emote. Man, this makes me excited to play Skyward Sword at some point. I know Dennis has been wanting me to play that for a while, but I'll have to wait a bit longer before we get to Skyward Sword. I need to make sure I have the game on my Switch, which I don't know why. I just cannot find Skyward Sword anywhere, like on retails or game stores nearby. Is it expensive? Because, like, I'm pretty sure it's a retail price game. Or am I just crazy? It's a Switch game. Shouldn't be that hard to find, right? I've seen copies of it in the Wii, but chat, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not playing Skyward Sword on the Wii. I could. I have my Wii U set up. I have my Wii remote. I just gotta get a disc and boom. All ready to go. But what do you guys want me to play? The Switch version where I can actually stream it? Or the Wii version where I have to flick my Wii remote every time? Come on. Let's be real. I gotta play the Switch version. So I'm looking this up as well right now. Yeah, retail, $60. So if I can find that game anywhere at some point, I'm good. But to all the people who played Skyward Sword, just know I want to join you guys so badly soon enough. Like, at some point I will. By the end of the year, hopefully I'll have Skyward Sword complete. Because I have games that I want to play still. I still have to play at some point, but I'm just, like, unsure when. Brothership is the biggest one. Because Brothership is a long game. And I wanted to play that on stream years ago. But I said, no, I'm going to play offline. But eventually I will stream it. Don't know when, but I need the right time. I just worry because I feel like I might be too late on the Mario Luigi train, but alas, I gotta play at some point on stream now. It's not a big deal, because like the thing is that it's gonna be a very long game to get through, but it will be fun to try out on stream again after not playing it after a while. We'll see. Alright, chat, almost at 2,500. We are almost there. And we're about to hit the 3-hour mark, so let's keep going until we hit the 3-hour mark. But we will hit 2,500, as I said I would. I thought I wouldn't, but no, I did. So, shiny and 2,500, let's see if we get it. This is the Snowhead Temple. Let's see. Do we get it? 2,500. Trapinch, surely. Come on. Five more to go. Yo, Perky, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're well. We are about to hit 2,500 on the Trapinch. Surely we get it right here. Surely. I hope you're well today, Perky. We're about to hit 3-hour mark, so we might have to end soon, but we'll just keep going for a bit until I feel like we're good enough to stop. But I hope you're well, Perky. Penguin jump scare. Yeah, we got a sheep and a penguin. Interesting creatures, to say the least. But we love Perky and sheep in this house. Perky, have you thought about doing the challenge runs for like the other regional Pokemon like Trapinch here? I'm curious to know what would happen if you had to do Trapinch. I would say because for 10 base speed, I wonder how you would work with it. You know what I mean? And for if you see its little moveset, you know how bad it is. But it does learn good moves like the Giga late levels. I won't say this because I feel like Trapinch would be a very unique Pokemon to do a challenge run with. Because you always go level 100 for like a lot of the Pokemon. Or I guess not always, but generally go for level 100 by the end. But Trapinch will get like Fissure, Earthquake, and then Faint at level 81, I think. It's alright, I just want to take a minute to make fun of Trapinch's learn set. Also, 2500, no shiny. Now 2501. Nope. Yeah. 2502 next. 2. Come on, shiny. Rats. No, keep going. We'll keep going. One more. One more. Peaky. Ouch. Maybe this intense boss music will help here. Guys, wait a minute. I just realized we hit the funny number. We hit the number funnier than 2400. 2500. Pretty funny. I like that. I'm gonna snooze ads because we're about to end soon, probably. But yeah. How many steps do you get in Argos Over Safari Zone? Infinite. There is no step count limit. You can stay here however long you want. It's your area to customize. I snooze ads, by the way. We're gonna snooze them because we're gonna end soon, so we're just having fun here, doing whatever until then. I gotta figure out who's live that can raid today. Like, I got people I can choose to raid, but I also want to be a little more like diverse of who I raid today. So if you stay there for a couple years, squatter laws. Yep, I can stay here till the cows come home. I'm never gonna get kicked out. Doesn't know how good they have it. Yeah, the thing is, like, this Safaris is just the best. No step count. You can customize however you want. As long as you wait the days. It does suck to wait, literally, like, actual real life days. But at least you get good stuff if you do wait. I have to wait 30 days for Trapinch, but at least it'll pay off. Oinking or drumming, whatever it's called. It's the same race music, but Goron themed. What is? What do you call a xylophone playing? I'm not stupid. This is xylophone, right? A xylophone. I'm adding a character in Safari Zone solely for the squatters' rights. They're trying to own the building. I guess so. We have 3 hours. I'll keep going though for a bit more. Just a bit more. Oh, I won away. That should be the sound I play when I find a shiny. Oh, the frogs are singing, chat. The frogs are locking in. Okay, maybe one more. I almost balled. Maybe one more. Let's go 25-25. Let's end there. 25-25. Let's do that. Final answer. 25-25. 25-25. We gotta end there. That's a good number to end, I think. 25-25. Surely we'll get a shiny there. $25.25. I'm like Melee Fox dash dancing right now. What is it, Super Smash Brothers? Okay, 5 more encounter chat, 5 more Trapinch, and that's it for today's stream. But 5 more. Let's get 5 more. Four more. Here we go. 4 more. Do we get a green pinch? A green pinch. Three more. Come on. Take it home. 3 more. You can do it. Come on. 2 more. 2 more chances. Come on. Let's go. 2 more. Last one, I feed it with bait. I'll feed it up bait until it runs away. For a special treat today. Come on. Okay, last one. Here we go. 1 more Trapinch, gamers, for today's stream. Let's go. I'm probably going to make a pie chart, gen representation of great decks. Yeah, definitely do that if you need to. Come on. Rats. Oh, well. We tried. Alright, everybody. 07 to this Trapinch. You're going to get a lot of bait if you stay put, buddy. Nope. She just took that one bait and said, good enough for me. Alright, gamers. I hate to end 3 hours in, but gotta end. I just gotta be careful because if I don't end sooner, I am gonna lose my mind. But thank you all for today's stream. I appreciate you guys for vibing with me today. Think about who's most represented. If you've been 9, why? I feel like you would represent Gen... I want to say 3 the most. I don't know why, but it's gotta be like 3, 4, 5. Those are like the gens everybody knows. But 1, 3, and 5 had the biggest decks too, to be fair. Alright, gamers, I'm tired though. I gotta end off. So, thank you all for today's stream. As usual, I got my Discord, Twitter, and Blue Sky. You guys know the drill. Join, follow both, sub. And thank you all for joining me today. And yeah, bye-bye. I'm sorry, Pookie Dusty. I'm sorry, guys. I have to end though. But don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. Once again, I'm live for 7 days in a row. Starting from Friday, so I'm live tomorrow and then Thursday, and then I'm finally gonna rest streams for now. This was just so that I can catch up with you guys and just talk. But let's go raid with this perfect song. Who am I raiding? I could rate Steph, but I've already raided her earlier this week, which is why I want to raid somebody else doing Safari Week. We can raid other people that are alive currently. We can raid with this alien music, of course. That works too. Yep. This is perfect. I love this. Alright, who can I raid? We can raid... Oh, I know who I can raid. I can raid... Yeah, I'm gonna raid them. I'm gonna raid Q22. I don't think I've ever raided Q before, but they are also a Safari Hunter right now. Currently, they are hunting Shiny Spheal in Heart Gold and Soul Silver as well, and other games too. I see them in Great Marsh. I think is that Great Marsh and Emerald, but mainly Spheal. So yeah, gamers, let's go raid Q22. Be nice to them, and I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. again for the Wednesday stream. and then 9 a.m. on the Thursday stream. And then I'm going to take a break for a few days until the last day of Safari Week. And then that'll be it. Just stream more Safari Week streams, chat, for me anyway, because I don't want to overdo it. But overall, fun stream. Alright, take care of yourselves. Lulu out later. Bye forever.